Well, before Yama Munyam, good evening. Near Aquaba, Embra, a Jasu Jumedi, so live on OK 101.7 FM. You're live with your partner radio stations, so Madam Mamo broadcasting around the globe. Ma will be at the Ecoso, all the way from Ghana. Yet to me, drew a year friend saying, yet to me, do America, yet to me, do Europe, yet to me, do just Asia, baby, uncle for send the message, Eddie free a brain. That shows you the power of internet and connectivity. And we are sitting in a kukua. It's my memo good evening. I'm saying more about baby. Yes, Sanchia and Kofu around the world. Yes, and that will be I will join it just to me. No, yeah, that was it. It was in your regular people. No, mataba of a K. Could do any. It is a nipa baby. A big boss, world boss. Any idea? The regulars be a de bia or moba. Nana, I not don't pray. Also, but you say these are the regular people we have created. And it's just beautiful how Ghana for Wabruchi now their voices are heard in Ghana. And within my LGBT, I say me lawyer, Ghana, a big deal. That is why it has become a big deal. But remember, some good evening, you. Uti America, good afternoon to you on High Life Radio. Uti I say, yeah, more good afternoon. Dear more California, good morning to you because at the end of California, our Ghana, they are good evening to you. The same thing who are Europe now here all the way from National Radio or UK. And I say Adam Fupa Media or France, Belgium, and so good evening to you. Germany for good evening to you, Chamo. Dear morning. Ghana, so good evening. It was Ship House, Abeka Junction. If I'm a Vim lady, if you're any production team, no Mr. Johansson, any DOP, a DBD, any team Nina, a DJ All Black, Yabo Captain's Band, the election year way, and Yama Bessie, Nanyama Subesi, both home and abroad. Said I make and say, to meet Ghana broadcasting, maybe go America, maybe go Europe near there. And the Ghana, Yamrabia, a vessel of Ghana, no so repercussions around the world. Now, since I have two main issues never can was which is the reason why I topic whether is screen or no. Breaking the 8 versus making the 8. Breaking the 8 versus making the 8. Because what Baomiani NPP before are trying to do is to break the tradition of 8. Party be 8 near Pamono, or be 8 near Pamono, near the Tihano. Yeah, it's still like a democracy na Ghana any day. Aqua pentimamento democracy. Obi deep democracy and I could feel why you can't bro for no doctor professor minimum professor Ghana Fosi can go edi yes and say but the democracy, the question is how the democracy is going to work for us no and no one say near Babeka but ni no and also what ingredient home democracy near practicing no and was some kind of ingredient home part of it law na it was Baumia is trying to break the 8 no Mahama is trying to make the 8 because Mahama will make it 8, not the call, you know. And I can also buy and over twice, you know, the year 4. And Mahama only did 4 years. So what Mahama is trying to do is to add on to his 4 and make an 8. Breaking the 8 versus making the 8. And then what I never can. But inside this making the 8 and breaking the 8, you know, is innuendos, laws, the LGBTQ plus law, yeah. Right now, the latest information is Ministry of Finance, actual letter, they are called command. Nanado, our commander-in-chief and the president law Bia Ghana Parliament be passing and just a president not sign it, then it can come into effect as law. Into your passing law need but to operationalize it. And you bet me a and just a president sign. But this before Ghana, you ever sign it, LGBT law you or parliament. Nigeria for passing or 2013-2014. A call Nigeria for House in 2013, 2014, na Nigeria for pass. In fact, Nigeria law no crowd who check Ghana law no. Nigeria for anti LGBT law no bet them 14 years. You are liable on summary conviction to a term of imprisonment of not more than 14 years. Nigeria, 14 years. My video no match Nigeria law 14 years. I bet them simple 14 years. What Nigeria did not do was Nigeria law did not take into consideration transgender for that is why about Nigeria for yes will be the Bob risky no money again now some trans for there but Nigeria we can interpret so we knew the people as men now they dress as women. Nigeria law now said that Nigeria law no focus more on same-sex marriage. Ghana law no went a little above Nigeria. but kind of below because Ghana ya Nigeria 14 years no be kwakodem ni bi. Ghana the maximum ya 3 years. Nemo wa una who promote no bedem 10 years. Ghana law no 10 years. Wa wuti social media kra wo ka ho asem keke no e 3 years e bi mo misdemeanors bi on my 6 months e bi on my 4 months. Nti Ghana law no de o kanema bebre kan whereas wo hwe Nigeria anti LGBT law no a Nigeria for say on the same sex marriage. Nigeria law no is heavy on aware no a mema ne mema be ware e ma ne ma be ware. Ghana law no ko nanima even to the extent that we LGBT ni count to me adopted by Ghana. You cannot adopt say the American Europe no be na mema mi no ma ware until you adopt babies. Ya kwa surrogacy ya twe sperm ya de amobi wa wo amayen ene ye LGBT for na ye raise akola no. Ghana law to me nyesa. What the Colonial crafty baby now the Ghana was so you cannot be recognized under Ghana law. And a Ghana law no crack on any mama, even session 1 cry say, even holding yourself out and do a social media account. Now what you also say with the LGBT, or your cross the koi, yes, I was so your version. Who bet them unimua? Who could them? Ghana law no dear or starting I'll see if you hold yourself out. So we are LGBT, we are gay, we are transgender, even to the sense that we are non-binary. Also, when you're Ghana say you are liable. Ghana say we be what umra. It's Ghana law already. I'm says I'm George. Nase Moses wa money na die odi anymore. Moses wa money no so your law professor or chere lawyers ya die. E wo makola di legon. Any gimpa. Say the abrante na be ahye. Huh? Woman shada ya said the only Nigeria law no de ni nyina behim. That is why a Ghana law no yes serious no. Na eno ba ya na say president besa but you see the distinction between Nigeria and Ghana and say Nigeria dey no mo sane ye no kwa mo operationalize law no. Nigeria no mo shada nchi obi asa o. Eti na me ma example about omo a woni mo wo Instagram me ade a mo ye Nigeria for woni so mo ye transgender. Na Ghana for na so ye nya atwom. Bob risky ba Ghana say the way I praising in fact Ghana for bebre o mano dem amukana and the LGBT o follow Bob Risky o follow ho ahwan yase ba ko bi de na ho e James yo se ho ahwan mu follow am nyina mu tonku o mo enti I will not be hypocritical anti mu a mu ka we mu kra so na mu hu no a mu nyina mze Bob Risky e wo no yo bema e no dress o ba wa ye ne to ni nyina so the video ne beto abonten ka ni nyina the video ne beto abonten ka so akoye ne to akoye na no bebre mu kra Ghana for mu ti social media friend was Risky mama na no whatsapp post ba ku bi ode the boy kra ba be kire odi ni do Nigeria ro no bagana o be jina internet so be yase wo ye LGBT o boy ni ye be chew Sam George no my one most inform money me so wa pay monitor to mo monitor all the internet so mo be dem wrong dey mo bon pa yese na na do mo sign onya sign pe omo de obi be scapegoat to be dem o be dem but more even before Nanado be sign no must start attacking LGBT for the business no say a criminal offense or law anymore in fact anti LGBT law no class wa o be bu LGBT ni bi no o be dem you are liable law no crack even before anti LGBT law no crack ban Ghana your law your assault wo mo we criminal yes I want to talk to ho inti nipa no so do go police station kra no wanya wo be san indicate ade aba kwa be say Ghana for LGBT for the HSO o munya be kwa kwaja asylum America and Europe because I see a branch be friend Sumaila US case the case is a state attorney say DA versus Sumaila also oye kremoni or tizongo or LGBT ni omo pena bunu because obi any say kremo for there LGBT haram haram into ojani kofa Mexico and obepi America o mama na asylum America for na man asylum ti eno kwama ti se boy ti be afasa code no says omo de no be kwaja asylum de no munyina be kwa American embassy akoka so munya LGBT na mudru oni e kase mu kofe be ma no na mbetipa in any case embassy because so Sumala case now court no one of the prosecutors now no mu prosecutor grant any case ka say so LGBT the unchest said the LGBT for have sex court no cross strike case law no question it down say omu to me we so obi asa question no cause oba ni obema and omo ba court be kan kire obi asa o me kire said the oni bema have sex the court struck that question down enti obi amere ni na obatie yen di ya hunti say o say IMF ne world bank ni America ni ade everything Ghana say yeah Nanado sign LGBT law no a omo ma ye aid bi in fact aid no mo no be draw And on a Sam George catch America for us say, Ghana near US state, ye de your sovereign state. Yeah, MPs and acquire law, no say, ye pelo way. Now then, I won't cock us and wait to Catafoni do her for. And then I won't cock Saudi Arabia for UAE for. America cannot do that because, in fact, Katani Doha, Doha no one Katano, more capital ni Doha no. UAE, capital no any Dubai, any capital, you have Dubai, you have Abu Dhabi, you have Sharjah. These are the big states. No. Enti omo to me ko kan kire omo Saudi Arabia to me ko ka bekum because unim say those countries need the LGBT haram na wo kran wari kwa na kofa boy kwa haram na be ko ka LGBT asem. But you see the truth of the matter is those countries need wo musika o Ghana yet na Dr. Sarkodie. In fact I should look for the video. Dr. Sarkodie be ka kire say Ghana over the last 8 years abrofu multinational companies now. Most of them in America and Europe for no almost say LGBT no more kono. Over the last 8 years, they have made $42 billion from Ghana. TNA. Yes, you see, Kasu to say Katadoha for any UAE for Saudi Arabia. Obia Metre law. Because Brofu or Moche SME and Pasi LGBT, the same Brody Koku Brody. If you read the bond of 1844 na Ghana, a Britain for a year first, a Cape Coast of Alumina. Echo sign is that was the first international treaty we signed. Bond of 1844. Bond of 1844. Unim law about foundation that treaty him. All this year we say, yeah, mamre no ena nanom de ma na omo beto ye no. Yenjai e abosomsom. 2. Amamre bi omo kosi broni de for say eye unlawful. Enye fe enye nipa ye sacrifice nipa. Meanwhile who kosi broni Obeto and Crawford as slaves in Kuatna, the Omokwa Brutri, not the Omogu ship. Half of those people died in the voyage. Baby, we 18 hours Virginia, you will Krobi or Virginia, or the Jamestown, the same Jamestown, they were Ghana, no, Accra. That is where the name came from. Almost ship from Accra. Asha fought to now who were Jamestown. Wow, Jamestown for our 1481. And one almost shipping slaves, no, or Suka now rolling city, and shipping slaves, no, a far free hop. Yeah, the Omabegu Virginia, and Jamestown. The same Intina Chrono, Edini Free one. Jamestown in Virginia, Jamestown in Ghana. That's where the name came from. Or no question, Brony, I will toy and call for slavery, Muno. Or see Mom Munjai, and Mamma Moyano. Munjai, because I have some more me and son, and yet more back to say I am brofo. One man, one wife. The same question, Brony, no. All the toy and call for a corner. Or see young one. Tisa omo, yembe tisa omo. Yen change ye bibia. In fact, before kwesi broni, bani ya court system o Ghana. Omo betu ni di say native court. On kwesi broni. Ye bibia no ase no. Wasi native court. Just say ye abosumsum court, native court, a classic court, village court. We had our own judicial system. Omo si native court. Ye wale one man, one wife. Ye ma omo we omo de omo law ne be kantiga na your constitution ma article 3. Oka sources of Ghana ye law, oka common law, and Ghana law, everything. Ye nananum England of one law, no beja, no common law, and no free. America for or movie Britain, come some of the common law, Nibikoe. Ye obia Ghana, Nigeria, Gambia, ye na common law countries. Just say, because if we're in a brainwashing yama, the law crowd different than a council or buy it. Or which is, ye read a Pesiani Mako, about Bitadi. Tease it, that's what in the law am I in. Yeah, law, media. I will be doing soon. Yeah, law, Coquesi Brodio. One call UK, Emma Uncle who said, I will receive loan from Ghana. That never. The year for law, common law, the Constitution constitution. Would have a copy of constitution every day, Article 11, sources of Ghana law. And sana ya baye the customary law. Yeah, mamre. Just ya the mamre kwa koshasi. Yeah, the mamre kwa koshasi. Common law first, customary law, and sana baye statutes. Any laws are going to pass it, any enactment, it is like the president, any executive instrument, the president, COVID, president Kasa say, I am locked down. That is the executive instrument, President Akasa, and will be to me here. Yako copy, and the deba. The same Cosibroni, no, we are okay, wait, and on one side, the catcher say, one man, one wife, no crown, and yet, almost say, Ubako Americano. No more for the baby, I want me, and son. Omo register ni nyina ayete common law omo tifie omo tibo nti by construction empana twe empana ware bibisa wo dey fa say common law ware be ka say empana ware omo start ye bi abroche for nya wu Africa one na ye so omo nyira copy bi omo start in fact to kro bi the Utah e America e the Utah Dr. Danso asemi ameko bedi wada say Utah ya won kofo bi omo Ghana for am Latter Day Saint for momos krasa kro na ye omo de omo osikapa omo ware ba kun omo ware bebre kwasi broni ye John oba ye no and me see the bia brofo omo divide ye no ma jimi ye omo divide ye no ma jimi ye omo ba ye asantefo no ne omo ko no omo ko ahe 5 times omo defeat omo okofa wa wunua bibini no se sign bond fa Cape Coast hene Elmina hene mo sign bond no mo sign ye mo me fa hana mo ne asantefo no nkoko mfa pra no so pra na e wo asen no mo se pra no ene na ye the border between Asante ne in fact there were no borders. There were no borders before Akwesi Broni Beba no. Onu no creative border ne mayen. Ye de no anisi yegum. There were no borders. In fact, o kind constitution na no mo beye before na. Otunfo Asante they had to beg them to be part of Ghana. These are the things, the reason why you enter history, no. Kwesi Broni am bronti. O person divide here and then I before ni Asante fo nko free in the buy. What would they divide here? What divide here to rule us, to Jimmy us. They see that dividing us to rule us and give me us. Any a woman, no. You see us to rule us and fool us. Into a last one, no, the no 2 form celebrity, no. Yes, it's a granty war, say Garnet Worsley war. Because commander and platoon commander no D, I brought for the Britain for the no, say Garnet Worsley. Obe you so young kasi because I brought for soldiers no by him said, a more 90% we mosquitoes. And no nema brofo no be ordinance omo share emre bi vibrating for no as far back as 1910 ade we mi am teacher your friend say abochi lawyer abochi and I tell him say one of the you know abochi say abochi he may have his own or when me say he's one of the perfect like ade chire abochi was being rough lawyer abochi was being rough. Just love that guy, just love him. That 1910 and a mosquito ordinance. And don't no kuma brofu so just no. Ye ko bibili sign bond of 1844 no. Na tontum ko ye battle na maye. En tontum ya nyina tontum ya ne tigana ya mosquitoes. Na mosquitoes ye ho na maye. Eti before kro ne Asante fo no kokko na tontum kuma brofu so just half of the soldiers were dead because the offer Alumina kofa Cape Coast prano so ukoti prano wasen prano is in the enye ya galamse nti etwa nua na gu no. The prano was in the middle of a thick forest. Enti tontum e pine so no pine tontum pa enti abrofo ni bebre could not stand malaria yare no nti ekumufa abrofo no mosquitoes no kuma abrofo no fa through malaria yare na abrofo no still mati se kumase no gold was asase no so na nipa no kwa nam fom kwa ye gold. Don't perception from money Asante for no. What I said? And because of that, no, almost so just Stefano who no call Nigeria. Don't forget, that time Nigeria too was under the British. They were under British rule. No, once the northern Nigeria, the only any animal house for no 10 gram of giant for a member canteen one. No more bounce, yes, member near. Because Asante one day, free to my boy, Kukruwa. Tina ya kaze otu form kaze ukuma puma pembe Asante fo no me agent o na nanum nyira fi house ani mo si no mo bai in fact Asante fo na kaze obi edimpe enti ya kaze ukuma puma pembe Asante no enya Asante nkwa o eya Asante all the way to Anwan Kotoko all the way to Gonja all the way to in fact Alhaji Jaula Tiase or throw article with the graphic and he was tracing the route of the previous ahemfo mabetena Gonja and the Dagomba and Sasso and one of the ahemfo me kan article near friend ya na nyako otufo ne nananom ne omunyina they married themselves besi ne ukomenhia mpepefo na etwa mo echo omunyina ya otufo nananom direct omu yo obi Asante na nya Asante nko o Asante na gu on bono obi a wo mu bi that is why Ghana ye one. You'll be able to come here. Yeah, one. Yeah, you can't just to anyway. You one people. But Cobroni person divided into this is how it started. Kofa Nigeria for no if we house and or do buy. I'm gonna giant. no they fight because body need to say they fighting no. So no the soldiers didn't die. It even amakwati amune ade a leading as for army na two are not use no crime to say Britain for. That was the first battle Britain for use a tuoboba cartridge. Red one this year to Obubaru. Meanwhile, Satan now Santa for soldiers now were using gunpowder a year first as our. And it's as a gunpowder na fena. Yet Tetodia Busaon and a council be or tiasi. Gunpowder no the powder the boom. Now I wanted to say before and Sunday they are our Chiano now we have to pay now but for not to feel kumbedio. That's why they killed they defeated the Ashanti Kingdom. They passed an ordinance, mosquito ordinance 1910. Salo no ne friend tankers no. Salo the same law no. Britain for one the meja friend tankers tankers is from 1910. Your friend mosquito ordinance. Make us go Google. You see the law. Google it. 1910 mosquito ordinance. Ko bronina ono ase yen ware one man one wife no ono ase yen sanye LGBT law. And now they have the audacity to tell Ghana government, a sovereign nation, say what passing law we now sign. Ultimately what they are doing is they are bullying another. The same bully over the matamos. Okay, atamos time omu bully atamos and atamos read my lips. Yeah, LGBT law. They started with atamos. No, the Mahama so. And NPP for cry use some of it against Mahama. Okay, Mahama control the book. In the book, second one, ni pakro throw forward ni your friend Andrew Solomon. And conform my yet Andrew Solomon gay activist in America. It was no throw forward number Mahama, they let us Mahama and they use this against Mahama. Ghana and LGBT na better political issue, which is why I let Mahama so air cassette and I may buy a mess sign it. This is shouldn't be bread and butter. Come there. We are in a nation diabetes, BP, Ghana for Ranti and Mabawa. Because social media have gone too soon, 20 something, gone too soon, 30, gone to what a shock. People are dying. Kidney. Yet a Ghana and a dialysis. This will be able soon and yes, about chat. Busa Dr. Dansos America, insurance and cover dialysis. UK Busa UK for a cookies first and in crop for an answer from say insurance and cover dialysis and a Ghana there. Just any pana bet now you a sumo jack. Proof for fans and I'm on here. Childhood cancer. And for cancer kumomo childhood cancer. But they are pushing us. LGBT in here. Kamala Harris by LGBT as I'm not better. Even Obama crab and I LGBT na say near here no. Kwesi broni. Na omaya gold, diamond, oil. Oil ni gold nkwan faswa brofonya over the last 8 years. 42 billion according to researcher Dr. Sakode with University of Ghana Economics Department or the bachelor 42 billion na your science can get IMF according 3 billion. Yeah, corruption is killing us. Corruption is killing us. And America will never go and tell this to Dubai. America can never go and tell Saudi Arabia this. America can never go and tell Singapore this. But they will come and tell Ghana because who the bonsuya and our stress is car. Who says it's car? So now they will determine your foreign policy. They determine your economy for you. And they are determining it. They are determining it. Ghana. In fact, Ghana will say a national identity. They say this month in February, America for people say Black History Month. America for China made. China made. Can take one we haven't been able to leverage. Can take and to be patent can take po besina mane can take China can take go for China for craft can take more than us. Abro. How is it that abroad companies and Ghana no more Anglophone and they are able to make $42 billion in just 8 years, but we cannot make it because corruption. Obekwa kojidi akoto Westland. Obekwa kojidi akoto dan East Legon. Waje akoto dan Airport Hills. Na Ghana bre. That is why you politicians go Ghana for abro. Now Ghana News Agency assemblyman ayamani sikaso omfanye road. Assemblyman na discard. Ya ni the culture politicians. As for no they say I bet you. And you work public accounts committee. By the boost as a public accounts committee now on TV so do not say and I politicians. But civil servants. So yes, when you no dumb. Yani LGBT asema ba and I say you can't corruption any other kind of case. Look, on my we solve the sustain on my do no unkosere. Into obi me determine law. You determine yourself. Because Ghana yet here, you go to America for more law. If I try visa keka US embassy or Ghana be by backlog down. Kosha backlog. And the school need Ukraine admission cry. You cannot even get a visa interview. What was say Ministry of Foreign Affairs to America catch a embassy for so mongo near Mamuna your boys see or munya visa no monko. No, we cannot even determine visa date in hey. But America can come and tell Ghana law I am passing the law, I am passing. Can you imagine? They can come and determine what is human right and what is not. At the end, human right, more. At the end, but I don't blame them. See, as far back I was even a journalist, me and my time reporter was Temaport or Gapua. America for money a wheat. Almost to me the shipload of wheat. Nobody are bringing shipload of wheat. Now, USAID project Amoya or Ghana. 5-in-1 vaccine. Yeah, this is some President Bush. Na breso on my Africa more money than any president in the US government. Bush here is 1 year old. Under his government, he gave Ghana more money than any US president. Oh my no, 1 year yes, Brony Boa, or he who calls, yes, he who pays the piper, calls the 2 in the bar. You chiane card, you open him the camera, what was one copatia? I from need a bush for them on change anymore. Would I try your word answer for a wedding? A bit more list. I am Pemquasian, Bonum, because on no choka, untiasian day. Untiasia day, yam Pemquasian. Ah? It's the end I had to say, and share into Brony Bamos, you can say, or mobile wheat, America. In fact, a year first, contraceptive project, Ghana. America for my years, come on for a reproductive programs. USAID a juma we health Nancy a papa or prison oh me madam free crowd the same cry Ibrahim on the prison you go for free who say he's sponsored by USAID Ghana government legal aid nipa do so no boa nipa do so na Ghana government abro ye discard me corruption akofa gas yakogu Dubai akore kobu to pan kese wo Dubai esu kwesi broni nya ni sika no de abeboy wo Ghana o ka so nchira wo mra wo so ye because of discard basi eje who share we na corruption ye and ye this can share on mine no because brony will not give you money because you have enough money because you are gold who are diamond who are bauxite you bet me to you know quite 25 years worth of bauxite who's riska ye nya iron ore yes riska ye wo oil say Keta Basin ye nya 2 major oil wells e wo Keta Basin yes riska oil no cry ye betu ye nya susu Ghana ha Koshe no we any Finland don't need omunya oil no more your margin say look you better sit so including our buying public servants in your better you pay so 10% says can you the kwakwa machines may I to oil may I pian manufacture ya no oil no there be Ghana they are bro be this can to okofa kosi broniaba nobody will take a pay cut any ne heritage fund cry na no say ko ye kochi Canada ye ni ne the edible go am chema cry ye didn't ne ye de no na bro ko bibini obroni onya wi o ono de no ho opa abeje na je ho conditions opa abeje jisika no ubedi sika obedeji nti beji sika na ko fa ho conditions ubedi sika obedeji na ware wo nkokọ ma wo oil sika nyina ware ye de oil me say NDC time ahe Atamos time say bebe they were taking advantage of Atamos so Atamos yare ohunu ne ma unu say oil sika no first one starting say ba no ukwa public accounts committee report and I was a journalist at that time but I'm a former producer could do for the idea way your program what's your parliamentary select committee report finance report any year first saying for a watchdog for cry yeah, well, oil sector, no, you watchdog for how much check a government financing yeah, they in the oil sector. No, report on the buying. Yeah, the 65% for capacity building. Yeah, the NDC communicators, food soldiers, baby. Yeah, the Omo landed. Yeah, the Bimu Kongwa, yeah, the Omo school so oil and gas masters. Jimmy. Sikana yeah, the best year. And the American man said you no way for you no. Yeah, the Kofo Kogu abroche kwa masters. Oil and gas. Omoba duma bene oho. Oil na ka yemfa sikana noa. Na ka yemfa kogu tema oil refinery. Na tema oil refinery ntimi nyina ne naso no. Ye de koye capacity building. Ke ba chimene. So ye mkwasi capacity building. Oil and gas no. If me see they say oko oil sector will keep 3 points. Omo pe. welders on the consuasi, marine welders, and kakofa marine welders teachers if you have broachable maritime school. Maritime University near water, Mammy and Sam Colano said you to me welding underwater. Say underwater welders, your cofango for your brochure near your baba, and yabro, bibinia bro. Yeah, the Nina Coma Bruni, Bruni, obey you so. Well, you see her from colonial time because you know, you see it. And to another music and ye, oh, my dear, John conditionality in Kagana. If you see baby, our banker, bank conditions are bank be at the mouth, interest rate, repayment. Ubetiani say, no. Young Kwani, what third world country, I am a Bema Yesika, or the LGBT in higher condition, young Cassatem. We are bank. Oh, Massika, or the sexual orientation of our own. We are bank. Oh, ma obisika, girl, crowd, Cofano. Tokro room, so be butu, so be a doggy, so be pegani nine, so be a ayaya, so be a missionary, so the Bafan and so the FAO. And so I am a my conditionality, a brunty. Omuni will see a John. We haven't been able to manage ourselves well. I can manage you we end this time call IMF by. I don't know yes I with him. Why are we going there? Yeah, my who can manage John into they know see a John. Yeah, John. One moment Henry, you bury ya call IMF 17 bloody times. Ya call IMF no World Bank 70 mother bloody times. And we are still going there. So when him say, oh yeah, John. That is why he's giving you with sexual orientation as a condition. That's why. O don't want na o yet to say Dubai. Obi akoma condition bi o Dubai. Nah, America for ekoni ehu week to ebi won. Ubedem wa brochire. Ubedem wo Dubai. Ma ye hu week to ebi wo ho. Ubedem. We one joint. Ubedem wa America. Now say America need baby or basketball much in Russia. You see ehu week to ebi wo ho. Ubedem. But Ghana, we cannot do that because we don't have the balls to manage our own. And Nkrumah independence square independence. This is what Nkrumah said. The black man is capable of managing his own affairs. Nkrumah on the grave man, he will turn in his grave because we are proving him wrong. So we are not capable. In fact, we are capable, but we refuse to be capable. We are capable, but we refuse to be capable. We have failed ourselves. Yanenam near the Boshan and any Ella Sulala, no be my sexual orientation. A year usu. Media do be better on them. There's not my business. Cause straight na na me ye video or TikTok na make no nipa no kro so am pe guess ko mo fa guess to nipa no mo ye straight no kra no mo nam ye o ma dimu hini Ghana guess bebre che se minim se ye ayase de emro so se de ne ye pew chinchine a ye fanfa de akire wo ye fanfa akire wo ma no to ko fa guess na woni na nka wo de wa hwe nti na infection ado so bebre bo me se na me doctor kraka sai Dr. Felabi bebre infection because they have enam to no bacteria what no eni say ba inside wo mu di free wo no de aba wo mbe wura tokro bi em ne de obeye wo dem this is eya wo na ade na ma musi so do be ngomra asa nyankopon na di o masem enti mo ja ma nyankopon no no anka na sem. But the issue is that before me ma doctor dan so abam no hwe Ministry of Finance natural letter abase man na don sign it. Enti this is a year first Ministry of Finance letter I have here. Let me be again now. Why the Ministry of Finance? Actual letter akwa na nado. Ono na buy no say na nado mo sign. You see the pressure. Pressure ni ade matter most dey be any o. The African leaders no dey almost how. The kind of see elections cry battle nim say donors na iska. Minus about year to 2020 and another more year say the Ghana tika na nkasa be yen. About to be bright to as long as I have been a journalist is heavily funded by donors. Donors here tia brochire na ti omo pe democracy ti me yam from since I even 92 constitution cry consultative assembly cry na abrofo na ebo ayen sitting allowance na de abrofo na me yesika chese kroni de abroma na ye chiri kokwa ye dinima akanfo na ebu sa ye si ye chiri kokwa ye ninima un ni koko na agodi na ya ye den won pe koko na ase de ogodi broni no won pe the conditionality ba ko di sika Sam George no mo aye gire mo amoye yi nyina Sam George mo te parliament wo nyina committees amukọ na adwuma amukọ ye no conference na de na abrofo ya na tua mo kwa omutua ho plane ticket omo ma mo allowance per diem abrofo tua mo de am de asem to na LGBT ba mo dware de o ma wo sika no ai say iso de no onipa o determine the obedie no they will control you and they are controlling us.
Ghana your budget crown is donor funded. Your budget cry ye on mine ye seek up donor funded. Just say I'm quadruple budget no ye. That is how we are. Ye bauxite you there mistake with oil. Bauxite near coffee na Ibrahim Ubedia Crassia there be. And he had no cocoa near difference and bois. Yeah, the comma cosi bruni. Me bois. Yeah, the comma cosi bro China ni. Tiabro for colonizer and China for to colonize. No more colonize African. Ye be a railway line crashes at China. Ye be away at this bruni just a be bia ko be die. Ya catch ya who say de nina ya kofa na sisi anam the professor ka so see the bia ya kofa abrofaba na o ma ba be boye ya kofa investors ye nye investment o Ghana da she Ghana iskafo egu Ghana abronti udi ska ko busa Ghana ni kra say omra meye investment o Ghana kra onye because ye nye papa obebie baba shop kra ye ku ne age baba shop no abro ye ku ne age baba shop no ntu ka se ko bibi no odi ni sika be ka se oye busa abroche for mo ma bebie enima store gete kwa Ghana for no guru na no me ami nua ba sister Bida me ne ka se o jeme no si if ya meduma meja o busu for hwe ye be ku me obi be ku wo be dawo one down so be wia na di Dr. Danso be si dan e wo East Legon de otimu kura dan asem wow ti dan sie dan na what you free o sie dan ko wo se dan na ma wo se no ma what the car buy yi car no na twika na hweso na ye niye ka me de ka me so car ni tise kozua o ma pro car na no Dr. Danso no na be san fa fitafo no mo yire car no afie ho ne ade abroko bibini o te Ghana me na me si da bi wo ayi etema achire wo Messi kra me de man cross head na ye se buda ni nyira gu ya bro Messi me bitumi mana ama ni bibi obu o se da na ye se bu ni nyira gu ni esi no foforo ko bibi ni abro no ka kire me se ni nyina na politicians ye na ye wo form no ko ya broach na politicians ade baba jama uni baba jama no wo SRC no nye leboni and that's why a big politician fifi kwete mo ne free ankra mu nyina kodo ponkroma Samia Wuku wo mu nyina wo hu no mo lebon na no mo ye big man no ye ya bro ne koslo ye ya bro party communicators and no mu nyina da ni sikaje oje am abe campaign amawe wo mu nyina mo free form ye ya e form for na bro ne da kopie soro enya angels wo to me nya bro from na kodu soro ase politician nya heavy obeyede no perfect ye to abakra mo bi anyansa fo kra abakra ye to mane ye pede sky be kwa kodi ye wi ani abegna tv so ma jimi de badi waju nkosu ya wutiri so no wa papa so waje adi no ye nyina ye tiri so ni apampa so ni aje adi no o je o ka se ye tiri so ni apampa so ni aje adi no 200 Ghana be oden 300 Ghana o fofa moto we so no bi wu a usu sika na ke de be ye moto we ni acha me ye no ya cha me ye nyina di kakra Kumasi road kre ye ntumi nye no double road because can in the elections because Ghana for the penno indumba de na wanka de na kwesi induma meka de na kwesi indum ameka kan e de Japan nye onye nyina at least what di bia o mo bibidi ne kasa na nye no be fire we na eskeni bia udi me o be kan aje akrewo wono so atra America ni dia kola kra ni right o be kan aje akrewo America ni bia mpen kwa asem America ni bia mpen kwa asem wonye nyina wonye bi won take 7 mikosi we wonye bi won mikosi we wa ha investment nyina politicians don't say no investment o Ghana mo ire no mo manyina go abroche no mo enjoy see factory to abroche or wo dwene ho sika no compenso bi be track so this is the letter Ministry of Finance atro or see a first passage of proper human sexual rights and the Ghanaian family values. This is the letter Finance Ministry not track command anado say we ye case ya wo ye e de man anado say sign na no Gabi mami ko ye pcfmonline.com cry atro we story we cry e dey atro pcfmonline.com make them see here Gabi asara o chere da ko bi enim no sa bye wo ye champion ata wo NPP abemu ananado ne chocho mutu a wonni ne ho agro kra ne de hye prekope no to listen to what Gabi is saying. Gabi say anti LGBT bill no Ghanaians must understand that choices have consequences. The ochere and says ya pass law no dia me anko prisika because law never sikama. This is what Gabi is technically saying. Law never sikama. And the point he's making is that a key member of the ruling NPP party, Gabi Asoyo-Chedako, has described as Hasha, the anti-LGBT bill passed by Ghana's parliament in a post on X or Twitter. What do you? Mami ama catch and say, "Oh, I go from Konkana to the Biaga Bibe fire." And no crying on him disagree with her because me see on Canada to bow so fire. Or see he warned that repercussions following the recent passage of the question and question if Ghana is ready for the outcome if the bill is assented by the president of Ghana. To only the way on your bone obusa say inti Ghana I am ready. Say president in the sign bill is a kim. Never yellow. And who's so see nya semponica previa from abroad near Kradwana obusa Ghana for. Ghana's parliament, which is vested with the sovereign will of the people, has democratically passed a harsher anti-LGBT bill. Now, Gabi Asimo can say, yes, ideally democratically passed. The threat of being unseated for standing for the right of gays, etc., certainly has created its own culture of silence in the House. But it is the decision of Parliament as one body which enjoys huge popular support in the country, he said. You see, the only problem I have with Gabi Asemi is that time Gabi na NDC akonyaso. Mahama kotro ni bukwa. Mo say and Solomon be na assign sa yama no. NPP for mu use tia Mahama pa. You use this against Mahama. And Gabi want me proceed this. Or say what stand for LGBT writer. Ghana for na there's the fear of until there's a culture of silence. I agree with that. But you do the same thing against Mahama. Mama kodi ani book mo si andu Solomon na akosan ba bia ma no mama mani hunu kase ani o de omo de ya mama janya sem ketwa de ya mama say andu Solomon bia kwa akosan mama forward. So NDP benefited from Mahama attack no. You cannot come and say that oh ko support here. It's true, but you have no moral duty to complain now. You benefited from the Mahama. In fact, Mahama election loss in 2016, and part of them partly because of LGBT assembly. Because indeed, and Pastor Sam Solomon Chrono Mahama book no forward. He wrote it. But before my associate say, Papa LGBT activists, a lot of people are not mere Christians. Compared to Mahama a Christian, where Assemblies of God, they got offended. Say, I didn't Mahama the power. I was signing the book, Jenny, and they to Mahama. So, and then our benefit, you cannot come and cry. Come and cry blood. You cannot. You cannot come and cry blood. Inti wana mo seti mo trap. Mo ana abiyama mo bra mo nyina mbafam. Inti lata na yera mpanifo re e ka no ma sem nyina ne say after Ghana pass ye no. There's an impact on World Bank. Ina me blame World Bank. Say we ya bank. Ya beba obosia ya betua. Na we ya bank ya beba obosia. Ya LGBT law dey for wo bank no. You see that the money a bank for the bem no. Where bank beer as you are no aje unfaso. Is one unfaso. You don't determine policy. Bank beer ni as will determine policy. As will determine my say any petwa ne pena umasa ne come boa. Who gold? Who gold? Who cocoa can this last year you to me 1 million metric tons and can sky benya with my brain be you go cocoa. Last year we couldn't even make 500,000 metric tons. You go your cocoa. Because I said you be cocoa ni yenu number 1 the guarantee I say number 2 fertilizer no cross what than mafia NDC NPP for asem me community politicians e wo Ghana NDC NPP omo mafia omo na supply cocoa fertilizers abey business here abay every year bia no sika ye di koto cocoa fertilizer no kofo bia ginegu warehouse e fa omo supply according to na cocoa asem every day bia abay bia ba ni interest wo no e cash cow e ho na politicians didi e ho na politician ba we di ne nkofo koguo we so ba na odi ne nkofo akwa koguo cocoa gold oil abay cash cow nka na yeti dum som en nka dum so ba am ye dundum kania na no last week the whole Accra was down brony be yenti e be na IMF say enti yera new finance minister na wa ba no kra o muka se kenovriata na nye o se kenovriata to na kenovriata nye fufuro na wa ba no wa cho letter we no I mean finance minister fufuro no wa cho letter we say at the end say IMF see they expected $300 million financing from the first resilient recovery development policy operation budget support, which is currently pending before parliament for parliamentary approval, might not be disbursed by the bank when it is approved by parliament. Into World Bank ne catch say there's a $300 million beer LGBT no World Bank from farmer. You see that, bro? First thing. Second thing, ongoing negotiation on the second Ghana Resilient Recovery Development Policy Operation Budget. And also at 300 million, it may be suspended. Ministry of Finance, or say, yeah, I'm suspended. 3. Disbursement of out-disbursed amount totaling $2.1 billion for the ongoing project will be suspended. And also 2.1 billion. Almost I'm suspended. World Bank for no. Ministry, no. And I can't say we are trying to do. 4. Preparation of pipeline project and declaration of effectiveness for 2 projects totaling worth $900 million may be suspended. Full details of the World Bank portfolio are attached in Appendix 1 and 2. Account. And also, so almost $900 million. I say, and also I'm suspended. Where you let our mature command anado. You all pressure over the man anado. They are squeezing his balls technically. Excuse my French, but I have to say, me pay effect, you know. I call my dream of finance ministry. Say we don't have a sovereign state. Oh. Yeah, they are mining, America, Britain. But they are determining for us because who better know him? Who will go, who will diamond, who use a brody bay anti corruption. What the better chairman for farm or Marco sit down with Westland, or Marco sit down with East Legon, or Marco sit down with Airport Hills, Cantonment, Adaya Cassia, and the Marco Guabro Chene enjoy Ghana money, get fund the grammar politicizing. And then NDC power, we NDC near Benya get fund scholarship. NPP what power, we NPP near Benya get fund scholarship. A brody bay, not Ghana needy children, a guanum, a bread. Or baby credit question brody to abroach to be my Ghana near scholarship. Co Princeton question there, co Harvard question there, co Yale question there, co a Georgetown question there, co George Washington question there. A brody bay yenti. Yeah, the team, this is all your politicians and when you get fund. Just so you get fund for any scholarship man, MP squad broche question there. Do I MP crano? The someone is castle question there were broche. Me am me man apply. Na me apply for get fund biada. Me didn't any get fund mo. Me kwaje get fund too. Me kwaje get fund biya. But politicians politicians what Ghana NDC ni NPP Felix quite one more any idea bebre address or when you get fund on the school omo ye dede get fund on the school yes na the boy yesu get fund o here ni auto banche ti na kumasi for na Canada Japan ko de ni be ko so asenso so na kumasi for ma ebu ofu no oye ko contain ni job ni ba ko contain wura ba onu so di ye Yentrama politicians ni omoma and no na nanom kwa meje get fan nkosua de wa broche mu wi amasa de abedi ministers that's so mo enjoy na here for the say ya contomre level ye de konkontewra for how kwa broche ko he who financial aid the federal aid who apply obi amebusa obi amewe wani busa Dr. Damso ha nobody will come and look your face ye be ma if you qualify income level no e wo low ye be ma Ukra we are Ghana ni we Ethiopia ni wakot na America ma ni bi aduma ho kra or qualify ya be ma uba no financial aid to go to bloody school. Ghana dey this only mo bi wo NDC ni NPP. Abro na dey atitire o man no. Na be dey na mo nko pache o. Ni e bre no. Abrofo no be hyemra ma yes ah. Nti point o mo dey mine no last one na am the fifth 6 point. O my point baby do. Finance ministry that wasn't come you meanwhile Finance ministry for no bebre MPs. You were there when the bill was what you say? Yeah, no more kind of approve approve pe. Na gabi kai no. Or say culture of silence. Na no one who eslousu. Eslousu and eslousu say more kind was perfect. Or say LGBT na we de mo amoso mo ye blow job LGBT munima. Blow job ni LGBT. Mo amoye ana ho no LGBT. And no I can Lord. In fact, anti LGBT law ni na wo. Dan me video me kire mom say any contraption, any penis out the besha ayebia. Wo de sha wasu ayebia, wo de sha obi to ayebia. Ya ka ni nyina wo me ndem nka. Nto mo am wo we. Na yes no so we dem quote yes no so. O kan say am na mo to no me ma na mu na mo ye bi blood joy there. Say abeya no. Mu nyina mo yo. Mu nyina mo yo. So money wo han chop. Ma betra pare me nya mo we guess to da. Mo we mkrofo to da. Bebre, one more crowd would find man and the any say common. School way, musician be organ hand my yehuno, and get be able to or no more or in a daffy, Nina. Yakaya not to. And there's no sukoka, and then I'm Gabi Peso Case. There's a culture of silence. There's a wow, become ye not to. Wow, become ye because Ghana, no, your population, ye na subscribe to high moral standard. Tini pan be your bear on the mobile until they also to me for a follow system. No, it's almost say in total, Ghana is likely to lose say 3.8 billion. Minister of Finance, na say mo kacha na na do say a sign I didn't say Kim 3.8 billion in World Bank financing over the next 5 to 6 years. Na Ghana yebe lose. Or say for 2024, Ghana will lose $600 million budget support and $250 million for the financing stability fund. And also Emma. Or say this will negatively impact on Ghana's foreign exchange reserve. You see the dollar no. Yes, sign a bill now. Exchange rate na besan ko hewa any mama kro wini a besan ko hewa ya. Asema mo kan no. They are warning us. 2. Or say exchange rate stability no so be say. And these inflows are expected to shore the country's reserve position. Now this same government about we have a catch say gold for oil. It is a gold for oil na ye dey kwakwaje the dollar ni dey say ke IMF dollar. So the same ministry know they are the same people about me free ministry. And Obeka say yeah gold for oil near static akrano. We have been able to save about 2.7 billion. I know me trouble about me statement in our oil innovation Obeka. And is it about me plan you true na good? Why do we need IMF dollar to shore up our reserve? But this is what the finance ministry is telling Anado. I want to say IMF program while there is no direct conditionality in the IMF, there's not directly no. Can't just say LGBT no, but their finance are quite so. If I had the fire, until I say, while there's no direct conditionality in the IMF ECF program related to the passage of the bill, the principles of the current IMF ECF program are built on predictable financing from the development partners. Like I say, we a bank. Your only interest is in the repayment. Send the parties can obey you. And can LGBT assembly from home. But this is the conditionalities of modern Mayan. They've taken the impact on African Development Bank programs, possible adverse reaction from Germany and wider European community. Say, you for the boycott Ghana. Several discussions with officials of the German government, Ministry of Finance have been informed that the German government is against the passage of the bill. Given that Germany's relative strong influence in the European Union and the official creditor committee, there is a need to manage the relationship with Ghana and Germany. We are fighting against Germany. Say yes, it can be a Germany, and a Germany for EU more influence. They are the strongest economy in Europe. Say we Scandinavia for the film. Germany stands tall. One and also Emma. Ghana Bay Island. Almost say at the presidential level, we recommend. This is the recommendation. Minister of Interior Gabi posts I know. I say Gabi, I can't a shadow vice president. I am confront here. Gabi no him the full finance ministry until the posts I know. I will act no. Ministry na abana say was so ministry onye minister o. Ministry so mo catch na do play fan. Asemo mo catch na do number 1. A structured engagement with local conservative forces such as religious bodies, faith-based organizations, communicate the economic implications of the passage of the Anti LGBT bill to build a stronger coalition and framework. It's almost any omukokasa. Moses for money on tie. Asemo amuking. Moses for money adu obetie ni net obetie ni china. On tie. It's Ministry of Finance once say Parliament Parliament is the institution that Ghana yam power. So omo shambra. Yeah, witchcraft bill. Man kokasa any consultation with a group so. Yeah, Bella, more than Quademo S. Gracia, more Ministry of Finance, more letter be a man catcher as S. Gracia is having adverse effect on Ghana economy. You bet to me the S. Gracia no question schools and the trees. Come from where you yiri. Also, Latuna Kaba district. Colatin Nkutoniasi or yo yiri. Nkutoniasi, some video no way. Nkutoniasi no mote, oh yo yiri. Car crank or ye the moto ne coho, yo yiri. Ye the moto ne call car quine you. Me call me the moto and call yo yiri. Sola tuna kaba, sema make a solahini. Madame for no solahini. Yo yiri. Ukonya kweni wo. Ministry of Finance, one metrolet and country. Say S grass and yen saving here for schools and the bloody trees. Man can't say, say. Yeah, president, mo catch a president on your recommendation. Parliament I know was a shamra or Ghana. Why my ka Minister of Finance will say? More part of Parliament. Overwhelmingly, Parliament has passed the law. We'll say. Yes, I'm going consultation because we now over 10%. Yes, somebody you said, yeah, we don't know your interest. We don't know your interest, Minister of Finance. We don't know your interest. Almost yes, I'm causing Konya, man, Cassie and causing Konya or Esgrasha. Mokas na moji or ministry honor. Mo could be a minister be a 2 cars. Saloon back. Or 4x4 back. Yama petrol free. Yama entertainment allowance. Yama atupan allowance. Yama a Coca-Cola allowance. Beer allowance. Guinness allowance. Nina moji monko kasi any consultation. You are telling us a Konya. Nakase Moses one money some job we ombeti omutie Moses one money to some job omutie we. This is what they are telling us. Dr. Dansu yesterday me ba opa. Omo say yenye omo catch up president say onye effective engagement with conservative countries including Arab countries no ho de metiase kakra. Omo ni Arab countries nin kasa China. This could help trigger resources to fill the potential gaps to be created, and His Excellency President may have to defer accepting the beauty. My president is like, oh Lord. Finally. Almost 7 person can not say, "Manana the sign. Don't sign up." And I make you no sign up. Nana make you no sign the bill. Don't sign this one. Make you no sign. The person, I didn't know to be as a plan. This I know. It's in a nena most for Monica says, and I don't sign at the end. A conform a titi no can be, you know. Me person me can ha. Yomu beka so kan bi. And nanado to do bia mo ko kase nanado LGBT no kan mo bo bia ni se nanado dada de no peges. Obi ni nanado ande on kan. Nanado de be join LGBT de ko de be guess ya wata nyina akọ. Papa no wanyiri kwa no so ogina stamina. Ne na mo wana mo ko fa se wa bro ni ba ye no. Won kan ho. Ade mo tumi fa we nanado. Wanyiri kwa mo ti watumi akọfa ya. Se as a president Akuffo ti akonya se on desire ya bi akọwo. Na Prez Akuffo de LGBT ni ye de wono enka wanyini crack ye de damsel say David wanyini ya bo akokra kra command girl kan ye beko kan ye kam kwa me sacrifice mo akoda na Akuffo nchen akoda ho he munya study o mo de amunka ho sam penifo na wo suru de o mpege pa o munka ho ebi wo ba bi di aba mo ho no o mpege o munka ho o we meet o mo penwe no mo penwe guess wo ho mo munka ho Nanado on can on the guess and the yes. There is an Nanado on deny so on peges. What was an Nanado starting politics? What could not be a bit denies what peges? And I'm a hammer. What could not be a swap? Now, when you Bible crack, oh, Proverbs. What's your better Macquarie? A baba. You know, go anywhere else. One or better. Enjoyment will be day. No go anywhere else. It be there, no go day. Guess no one baby. One quarry for until Nanado already on count. Now, finance ministry, you say. I won't catch a president to say, last one, His Excellency the President may defer more sign assenting to the bill until the court rules on the legal issues tabled by key national stakeholders organizations. Say, CSOs no any right. In fact, CDD for crowd will be your media to court. It will not say more can't more sign. A binding interest of between China for any Arab for a partnership. By the ministry, you know more this letter that they are writing because ministry wouldn't say lead the parliament unless you didn't know say ever pass it. You knew it. It's a relationship now more than building with Arab and China for not a man building. I don't have a mobile veterans and I don't build this relationship. On what can English and no becono? Why all my area no becono? One like copy, then I'm catch about me on bed. Now I copy it. On all the that wouldn't say be leader parliament. Why you word man? Unless maybe you were joking with Ghanaians. I found last minute more catch and another say more defend John pass it. More sign. It is now I say at the presidential level or more recommendation of the mom at the ministry level no akasaso. Ministry also passes and yama baby or money. They are saying that the ministry will continue to engage with the IMF on the alternative credible sources of funding. Because IMF fund them so much can in place say yeah pass LGBT that's can almost my 3. GR reform banking on various revenue mobilization. Also, the election year. Munim na mo koya se bi nkwasia. Revenue mobilization dia nkofo beto atiamo. The Ministry of Finance and also it won't work. Mon pe plan fufu bi mra. De mo ye no won't work. Wo koye gidi revenue mobilization dia election year won be kire. Conclusion program dey ba say the passage of the new bill calls for fortifying local financial systems, strengthening African financial institutions, as well as our development journey in partnership with other countries. In line with Ghana Beyond Aid agenda, Ghana can navigate the complexities of international relations and emerge with a robust resilient economy with a Ghanaian ownership of commanding height of the economy. This is what NPP was supposed to have done. And I'll be a conclusion where am I? Bravo, baby, we're saying robust, commanding the end. This is exactly what NPP did. NPP was supposed to bring Bawumia on board with we have the men. This is your work. More work in here. Wait till you tomorrow. Now, more concerning LGBT. More than nobody air conditionality. Am I? Chesa musumu be bully Ghana for. To say that I am a bully mono. Mo be bully Ghana for. Say Ghana should do a comprehensive one. Why robust say leverage. Is that all your homework? Was that not what you're supposed to do? More than they know what you doing. Where you sleeping? This was exactly your homework. You see, what mind be out do one. Now show busu ya. Obi a mechira odi obeye. Your problem no. We failed to build a day. Ministry na kasa solve your one answer one question. Omo duty no maka ho asem. Say Ghana can navigate the complexities of international relations, which is your job. Foreign Affairs Minister, and he made with a robust and resilient economy. Bawumia a finance minister can offer 31. This was his homework. So that Ghana can come with an ownership of a commanding height of the economy. This is your homework. Don't preach to the choir. The choir was already converted. This was your homework. Obia memo conditionality. Me say, Kata for no have for any Dubai for. I am a phone question conditionality. They know what's up. They know some of your mom oil kakrano or mashu ya manage. Yeah, the NDC would acquire capacity building. NPP form by most of the year capacity building. It been a free SHS stroke and the free SHS minimum joy for 4 expose Biombe, a Diana de Mancolano. To Jimmy Cryer. To Jimmy Cryer, Diana de Mancolano. Eti Yankasa, we have failed. The corruption. I saw the report say every year we lose about $3 million from corruption. 3 million corruption. Who services can your money? Your services cannot. And I am a better letter, dear brand. No. Yang no. Tianam person namo join namo chair madre ewum. This issue no, I am possible no or am possible. Dr. Dawson me ba won't battle. You know what I say a year, man, because I need to come to you. And this is what Gabby was saying. This is what Gabby is saying about law, no, LGBT, no, whatever you think me say. And conform na straight for no kana law ne bury o mukese. O mo ma mo say dey enye LGBT no. Mo kra na law ne bury mukese. Mo kra because BJ for wo. O mo ye ana hwan bu wo. Mra ne beche mo. Mu nyina. Ye say wa wo de contraption, wo de vibrator kra for bi ba bia. Wo ya no bedam. Law no ma wo dem. Na da wo ni nipa kro no benya asem no. Wo bedam. What you say? And if you look at this election, a year now, many can once a year. Election, no, the election, no. Say NDC for the Professor Jena no Pokwa Mayaba. That's what we are hearing. Officially, my idea. But no, or Mabo did so one and Mahama Beko. Now, me analysis, Central Region, 51.2% against Mahama 47.2. Your homework, your homework. And I know Nanko be brakas. I say, Yampesi Abeya. We are hiding behind LGBT for support because I might be able to support LGBT no nipa krono beto etia. So on parliament na da. This is Ghana's parliament. Blue no NPP, green no NDC. 137 for Mnape and no shame fin giving NPP majority. How it will be the next election there? Yeah, better tinga. The next election no, yeah begire pa the next election no, the be form no. Ajinyame. They ever form Ghana elections ajinyame. And who becomes MPP for or running mate to is an issue. Bawumia a big problem, Bawumia. Who becomes the next president? A big issue. Bawumia. Problem about Bawumia. This is how it's going to look in Ghana Parliament. The next election, they may have predicted to you. Majority the Beko could NDC in but if you look at Niama Air there's no HSA. One year elections. So NDC will have majority in Parliament against MPP. Unless MPP come up with a magical one, the beer, a best Sunday man called Green, no, any Osha sentiment now cost of form now, Vim now form now, a buying AI and popular, which is why LGBT SME will become a very determining issue in this election. It will become very key because seats no crowd MP and MPs no I feel marking now that is almost feelings I say at the end pass it. But I'm now constituency why you 20 out. Almost 2 hours as a majority in MPP for one. Go where I hang parliament. And your formula and parliament where is a hang parliament. And can hang. Now, I know I am a MPP one which actually more parliament as second term because only majority of parliament. Eti edru si e beto aba de o wu kura wo se e kofa no betena ho. Ti na won say this parliament won MPC be ewu. Former deputy minister of trade, I'm still a deputy minister of trade, Dokuya wo teche. Akola ni se incubatem. Ya mani free in the battle oja ni battle to incubatem. E betina Ghana to aba. Dokuya wo MP. Dokuya buri MP. Wa wo ne bano akuapem. Ne bano teche. Akola da incubatem. Oja ni ho beto aba. Oja ya yeno operation. Ya pimpam obata na ya se. Obi o C session dey him said the C session. Ya manager ho no betina ho e beto aba because of sad way. Election ya kono deadly it's a bloody election na ya kono. Ya obi wa work fresh. Omo ma doctor for pim be wo ekuro C session ekuro num e ma ne betina parliament aba. Na no MP owu kwa say the only accident kwa ya di who moja stand ne betina parliament aba 37. This is how bloody the election is going to get to the next parliament, a serious issue we are looking at. Running mate to crop bevano, in the back chair, and the NPP send upon a bebo say duchum. Maybe I may not be feeling a duchum because we share duchum what he brings to the table with stem noir. Abrocha and a Singapore crowd or mama a grant. Say all Singaporeans are buying a mouse free. Focus your diploma in AI. Cause you're AI. Because in the next 30 years, and you might in the family never go a better than AI job. Now, you make and the CNN BBC near the comfort TV and no more broadcasting from home. Or TV no broadcasting from home. Because in every work environment, a lot of people are dying from work. People, a Juma couldn't go for Chakaba. A Juma stress is killing people. The brain depression. So work formatting is changing. It's not me pay due to because STEM schools no OCC no. And look at STEM. Me person me bo video no. STEM schools are due to MCC no. Educhum is a good for Baumia. Educhum Napo Matisse Pentecost LD. Kofo bebe fili say Baumia e kremoni to the Pentecost chairman also that Pentecost sorry. Now we are Moses Blaze I from the Pentecost they showed up. They showed up and showed out. Pentecost, well, if you look at the numbers, check of Pentecost and command Ghana. And also, Abu Yeke say, Omufa Pentecost chairman, uncle, but it's a papa share them feel it, but still, Omu pushing, convincing papa on Becca Baumia. You have a key Christian leader, and then you have Baumia. Come on, to market time. Mama said the wire one. Couple of Sajena no quite my last me show Central Region, Central Region, vote national baby about him. Vote in increasing for NDC on campuses, universities, because of Sajena no quite of university. At the university, one I watch your madiano, the students are related to her. They can relate to somebody or a lecturer. Baby, Mahama craft falling short. She can, improve on Mahama. Because Openidia on the strength, or maybe Accra, who strength and the weaknesses. Baby, Mahama, you weak, no professor, no papa, and strength in the bed building. It you all do kept course, Nanadu Winnie was Central Region. But Professor General Pakuma Admentino, and this is for increase your vote in the universities. They will increase their vote. And this is so one more than a baba. Because I was also thinking, so Obiti said, here first Kofi Boache. Kofi Boache is coming from Ashanti region extraction. Kofi Boache is influencer. Or you'll be obeying. Why are this year Procope was Asante? Quabri, you need a one grow, your champion back open. And it's a Kofi Boache so I ready made to end this year. We can't be answer Quabri for you another 12 minutes. Kofi Boache me or fan baby or the Comeco. And finally, that would be my bias. Me or Fanono. And the country I mean, me or Fanono. Kofi Boache baby or the corner hand. So they are ready made here. Quabri for the bedding nechi. I could to Kofi Boache. Asante for in your bedding nechi. Kumasi for bedding nechi. East Legon Club for in your bedding nechi. And they will even sponsor NDC on top. And the running mate issue no, and see a dangerous. And see a dangerous. One of these days, no cancellation process now a key. I keep party for everybody is talking about it. A big issue in both NDC and NPP. And then person when you falling can now join Namo Basso. Dr. Danso, leadership expert. I watch a book and also a STEM person, STEM yana. Oh, STEM yeah. When you come out who vision from the 60s or can't or more. Or starting for Dr. Kumadi or Munina Begu, Abroche or America, Simon Costa, Namu Bragana. ya tu nkroma na eyi kotoka no se mamoma ye mpemo mo amode nkroma de makwa abroche munnim nam si ya beche mo na ka abroche ene America for use papa ya adwuma big companies so we cast ni ade na mama na America for to munjimi yo so mo chiw so your young man pe on be mo akakromo so mo njimi ye wo munim so brain enti re obi ti citizen coffee unim sa papa no Kofi Amoa wakan krofo na nkroma de o munyina scholarship kwa abroche no America for ni am sitima California no mo je net na ho citizen coffee ye tipo na ye no ba Ghana ye tipo na ye no ba Ghana all those brains ni nyina nkroma ye say munkosua this is what China did nkroma was using the China Russia blueprint kona kosua bi the copy na ye nyane ha ye tu nkroma is mu fronko ti na de bia me ka che NDC say mu win elections na free SHS na na do aye no monto aso bibia na na do aye 1D1F monto aso agenda 111 monto aso ye the politics are bro kotokana obetu Ghana na not to airport can you imagine one no obetu yet not to airport say di na was here free o now to play mo na ba and I welcome to Kotoka International nonsense they is treason they impudence that the founding father of the nation you have overthrown him now you do there to airport hey it is you go to Abani to Yameda airport one you must remove that name I don't know why Ghanaians are not even angry mu ya na mo kan kromasem you should be angry. Say Nkrumah, his major overthrower he has his name on a monument like airport. Nonsense. Has his name on a monument, a national monument like airport. There were two Nkrumah no. One who did hey. Now yet 1 year straight. Yeah, soon the politician wouldn't say I had ya drain a come match pass. The come match pass a foam. Ya sum ye friends and gasoline. Yansum ye dro yasum ye gasoline kai obi a wotu osagefo ni din the airport ye night one we should be putting pressure on government to be asese din no na no Akuffo ado ye Kumasi airport or the prepare the first now go complain na who complain is there Kenya airport le say me afa ye di Kotoka dia to Accra airport you people are happy nonsense you are complaining about prepare the first na ensi na say so ya de bama Ghana ni dia yenjai Ghana ni na ya de ni dia to so ni afa Kotoka yo betu Nkrumah ono watu Nkrumah a prominent person like Nkrumah watu no on de ni din the airport me afa prepare the first din to so ya fa ho din enkoto so nti welcome to Kumasi patrol fly Kumasi and enjoy twa 7 airport cause airport ndi patrol swag ena me kan wo de campaign me afa me ho Ghana ska wo fly do Kumasi say yes this is an airport. It's beautiful. Nigeria for here, Ramsey no we na no le when go for mo be kuma so mu do airport mo trust say yes this is an airport. Omo money ewu. Nigeria is bigger than Ghana, but Ghana is more prosperous. Sha Nigeria for a good TikTok omo kan for Ghana. Ye de na yempe e de adani sikaje ni ateni ye na say Ghana. Say Ghana din sa. Dr. Damso mama good evening ma.
Good evening. Yeah. What to be fire? Hey.
Mashada, Mashada, Mizima fire the
Papa.
You see how
I really admire.
The fire is not
yeah. We'll go back to the roots of Nkrumah and Yema Akuffo in Ghana. Since that time, and then Kwasia Semo Akuffo no, Sebi Osha on my Ghana, not the way we make decisions. Yeah, quality mines and new gold in the way I thought we don't fight a wouldn't say Newmont to know how kind. Made me ready. Ghana is 0%. Newmont is 100%. I thought it was wrong, but Newmont owns 2 mines in Ghana, and each of them they have 100%. I'll bring up a table here from all this, but the point is that I didn't say. Obi 2 year gold. Young fans so don't have the capital never business wise. Then or no more than 50% of what we are getting. Then what is the mathematical formula? Somebody say, okay, the unique capital no a bit to a gold, no. The skills training in any man for so many years, it's worth so much. Therefore, the no I part more capital, am 20 after so many years, and I say, Yetiminia gold not near starting chat. You better say, what is the formula? Who comes out with the formula? It doesn't make sense to me, but what the emphasis on
But can you blame them? Some mobile sign a contract now. They don't put a gun to anybody's head. They only negotiating into Busan. What kind of negotiation they go? Ghana, okay, can't you carry interest near the end in account where you're 19%. And they were holding interest or more parent company, they're not become 21%. So I didn't know what many are there and they're signing 100% off to the people. Why did we do
exactly? I didn't hear. And will be so tax. Look, tax are 100%. It's not 50%. It's not going to match it. No matter what you do, unless American business corporations, so make it profit. They still pay their taxes, and then they make their the percentage from a champion time, and I think there was a big in fact it used to be worse. I jump on MC percentage from our minerals, I jump on had one of the best. So and later on, from Rollins, time. I don't know what happened, but Rollins had some radical men behind him. I don't know why they allowed us to be cheated so much. But anyway, let's go back to the topic.
It's IMF. No, when I can't see IMF. Why would Bruni one bank I will lend this camo? My brother away dog. California.
Right.
California will become bank. Does the bank determine the sexual preference and only discrimination?
Yeah, me see TT. If you are not sometimes you don't even know how to think about our people. Say high for us to accept such conditions. Argentina, our hands are in the mouth of these people. So sat down no more just say and find to a point they say, who could you people say nipa natural interest rate, how much you are going to pay? Now, what's natural say, Colonial now, it doesn't make sense. Why? Media may share. I'm watching an Akuffo say, Moka, you almost meeting or US, Washington, yeah, the music say, Nana, Secretary of State or whatever, or Catherine say, Grophobia or Upper Volta, Burkina Faso, near the ISO more President. Terrorists be banning as in a silent conversation, our leadership is begging these people, and it hurts. It hurts the pride of all of us as human beings. So I just said, America channel. This is not the way to negotiate with Abrofo. No. You have to go with your strength. So I just said, and then match their strengths, what they can offer you, their weaknesses and everything. Look, this is fundamental strategic competition. We are all in this world to compete to survive. If you want to hear gold, want to hear minerals, yes, maybe some bridges, some highways, we can barter, we can trade what we need with what they need and come to some kind of human agreement. Then yes, so be never catch it or say for gold no mommy, for diamond no mommy, for minerals. Diamond cried and say you mention, we don't mention again. Yes, look, now yes, sorry, loan, now me is a budget support. We your budget, let's say, wouldn't mean boom kuntan say tax are made by may way near dinner. And so internet me 20 week a sometimes I mean who sent Crawford and he found home cold school. Some of these people came and lived in America. Now, meaning finance minister will be a school so yeah, you might be an ass or Tordan or America. A Kobe who sent me. I don't know. I'm really confused about kind of Korea talents and Crawford. So
what is one in the new one our Banuacho, but the entire ministry they are telling the president someone sign
and yeah, yes. True. We have for that. Look, say my embrace, yeah, accept LGBTQ or whatever. Look, fine. That is our own cultural understanding and policy I am making for the nation. More and more parliament, I agree, the majority of them. Now, why should somebody tell you, say, hey, side with your mind, yeah. Let's just say they are dictating to us what we should do in our country. For the loan that we are getting, forget about it. Look, if you have to borrow money to survive, to live there, well, but why should you be a parliament of 275 people, well-educated people, most of them are. If you don't want to if you don't have been businessmen, most of them are more pride, and you are going to allow somebody to tell you, say, sign a year answer, or don't pass this law, be like us. It doesn't make sense to me. But anyway,
leadership perspective, would you advise Nana to someone sign?
Maybe I'm if or sign. No. Why should he sign and allow your friend saying, oh no, he should not sign it.
But condition, are you for no ministry for no so can say they will speak about 2.8 billion. Mahama Bakra and Sanka says Sikano.
Okay, Sikano no already leverage now. I say no, Sikano, forget about the money. Sorry, maybe I didn't put it well. Said not saying they are not going to give us the money. Maybe. Said not believe who said the nation that he is ruling, the people do not want to be involved with this homosexual affairs. He should completely agree with them, with Parliament. They said, this is our stand. Now, South America so forget about them. World Bank, any IMF loans, we have to be brave enough to say, forget about your money. We can survive on our own. That is all I'm saying. Media. Honestly, Nana has made a lot of statements in his administration. I should say, oh, you're a macho man. We are not going to allow others to dictate to us. We've heard a lot of statements from him. If he's a man of his own inner character, he should not kowtow to these people. Threats. Say, one better thing say, "Oh, sign we into law." Nature say, "Yeah." First camera. Now, such kind of look, you have 3 million Ghanaians diasporas people in the diaspora. Say, we are bank. I just proposed that last week to somebody. I said that 2 years ago. I didn't hear it. Look, if you really are serious, you should rely on your Ghanaians in the diaspora. Be friends with them. Let them know that they are part of Ghana. Don't your friend say. And what word to use? Say, more person Ghana for 3 million Ghanaians. It's one more estimated how many 3 billion, 6 billion, whatever. But it's very lot of money for us. So what is it? Are
you saying Ghana for more broche diaspora in Europe and America? Raise $3 million.
We can raise far more money, 20 times, 100 times. Look. Take your calculator. Those of you who are listening, take 3 million people. Via this cattle bank. Why should I put my money in a bank in San Francisco or New York? I am interest. How would this cattle bank interest here? 0.02. A very, very small loan. And you bet me this as a good bank. So far as I guarantee, let me borrow every month. Out of the 3 million people, a few of us are retired on pension. But let me put it this way: say, or this kind of $100, $200 crowd or the back banker. Who are bringing that for the year now? We can raise more than $10 billion. That is in a bank, available for use. I'm not saying that the bar no. But that money is available for use in banking system. No, so it's kind of the loan for maybe. With the loan now giving 5%, 10%. The market interest rate is more than 20, 30%. Yet the diaspora, is only 10%. Okay, so it's especially, and of course, and then there's also a credit bureau near there. Okay, say there will be a default, default there. But if we are able to do that, it becomes a complete banking and finance system that we can rely on as a nation. It is lack of money. We don't have the money. That is why, and every one of these, and so only 2%. Please don't talk about 50% tax and all the 2-3% is all these people charge in America here, and they survive. The banks do very well. Look, let's think creatively. Men can say, oh, nipa de say man koji why would you want to be a beggar, a borrower?
In fact, Doc, I somehow okay. I can't hear the copy watching or YouTube or sending messages. I agree with Doc. I did that study way back in 2024, 2004. Copy watching the show. I'm trying to send you the link on YouTube so that you can join and share your study. Very interesting. But also, I have research. No, I'm also can confirm. I say me, I can say Ghana for a while, bro. So be a credit interest rate a while, and I okay almost zero. It's a broche you be and see kada broche bank on your phobia. But for the size of Ghana, they can make 25% interest on that money. Ghana government can take that dollar. We will use that dollar, and you don't need them to be a coffee bottle. The link that since you have a scientific research to confirm the doctor, Michelle Fallen, join us and share your knowledge with us, because research there you good. That's what people go to. Share your knowledge with us. Okay, because Ghanaians have easily raised more than the size of Ghana IMF. All the leaders now Ghana don't have to do is to be transparent. Yes, I just cannot be because I brought for them. Almost no much or they will not be happy to say. Doc, you copy the name. Who use laptop now? Who use your phone? Doc,
join the mess up. Look,
Doc, you use your phone and our laptop now.
Oh, miss before the other noise.
I know it's no. You use your phone and I am class. I know it's no use your phone anymore.
I'm the one. Yeah, if you buy and send me movie and I buy anything. Laptop, me set you up, but before I mean, so when
I don't know the entire phone. They be how you turn noise.
Noise, you know. But this time it's charged.
I don't think it's a charging. I don't think it's a charging. It's something else. They interfere. That's a California phone. Silicon Valley phone or your mom betting I just interfere with it. That's what they this man lives in the US and he's not talking loose. He's sharing the stuff. I will show respect. I know behind America will agree with LGBT in some way. If the person disagrees and he's giving you alternatives, a brochure phone can pump dollars into Ghana. So we shouldn't allow IMF who disagree and also do the other. What I say,
exactly. Yeah. I am not saying say Ghana for. I am saying say the whole concept of money exchanging hands in any country, boil down to the fact is say people deposit their money, they pay taxes. People who need the money borrow the money, they pay a higher interest than the people who deposited get. That difference, is the profit of the bank. If we do that in Ghana, we have a reserve of money that we can use to balance the budget, support the budget, or whatever. So I can say, but the whole concept, and they say, and your brony, a free chrome, no, but dictate actually say, as a more passing bill way. No, I know the they should never accept those conditions. They should find a creative way of solving our economic problems.
But Doc, to be fair, Ocean Ministry no letter now or more Dubai and I can say one of the suggestions of my president only Arab countries in your back, only China in your back, so that I am a phone. You can say I am a phone. I can serious to say Ghana's my I don't know why it's Ghana. The suggestion was that any China, any Arab countries take Qatar for any UAE for any Saudi Arabia for any one. For some of them more LGBT and support it. But also and they can give us money. So that we now forming new partnership where they can make me the development.
Yes. Look, you borrow cut from IMF and the World Bank 17 times. At the end, I am at the end and cost work and of my Ghana in those years. What? Yeah, Arab way, almost Emirates way, and Crawford said some Crawford call on and Crawford holiday. Let's team up with this Arab. One guy, they almost is come above here. It's one money interest though. Anyway, look, let's team up with other. Let's make other relationships. Arab way, see, a normal relate here to thousands of years before even your friends, the Asian Egyptian. It's medium fee say the idea of kowtowing to these World Bank, IMF, for no money are they. Just so that you go and join this LGBT as men and women and human beings to determine what is in the best interest of our people and ourselves. Don't just intimidate me.
But no, Obika say the Christopher or some general religion. And I got become a quarter of silence. As they said, whoever support LGBT, they are also a human right. The argument is that these are all human rights.
They are human rights.
We should be the first people to appreciate that you share LGBT for us. We should allow them the freedom to do whatever they want.
There's nothing we can do about those media. No more media, honestly. So we could be a Crawford now. So hey, but we are gay now. Look, leave them alone. Media, no more media. Honestly, I will never support a government of our country. People, the private lives. Look, leave these people alone. Okay. So when we are in public, you can make a law say don't show this kind of because culture, we don't even case in public. I never saw that when I was growing up. But to make a law to extend they say, so be a tipo, let's limit those, intrusion into the affairs of people. But so we are mras who say, why you do bet 5 years now. And no more media. Honestly, I think it's rigid. Media, but but not in public. Okay? Don't try to influence the school children. We are gay, lesbian. Yeah. Keep it in your own house. So that's here. But saying schools they try to recruit the children and not any woman and media be against, and no media no way, and yet. But say will be against them to a point they say we be a muya parliament or mojai because of LGBTQ. So let's focus our mind on something creative, like we are talking. Let's create a bank where we have money from all over the world channel through. And that year, who used to ATM card, who used to wait, you can shop around anywhere in the world. Until let's be creative. Think about those creative solutions instead of say we normally bullying you around to accept their bill, their lifestyle. It's not right. The media no na mekana.
I'm not from them. No, must share or move views on this. Animate assembly. You know, kabaye beto ako nyakopa yard ministry. And I are UK. Obejo very soon, but Eric Asamoah Sevilla, Ghana politicians would not mobilize funds from their diaspora because they know we will monitor them and we won't sit down for them to mismanage the money. They prefer to borrow from the IMF, any their funds in the World Bank, and hand over the resources to them so that they can get their percentage from all these things on the blind and then turn a blind eye to their corrupt practices. So see, World Bank money at the end, yes, that's what I'm show you. Because I'm my job here. Yes. That's a point that Eric Asamoah will make, Perkins, see these people blind the truth because they were in abroad topping social money and taxpayers' money. Well, Dr. Danso on topping social money. We are Dr. Danso, you are one of those extremely clever students and comedy of America. He went to the scholarship. And America for in fact, Ghana near two Kumano. Yes, they send a message to students in the more scholarship. They shouldn't come to Ghana, so you can't blame him. He's not on government scholarship, but he lives in a $1.5 million house in California. Now, Ghana for California. You can't live there. Now, this is mostly New York for complaining California, but on social, my food stamps to America on GBD. Papa, why are you big complaint? Mukalana mudia over hana mukasa. Oh yeah, obi ono e consult no American government now can want them. Yeah, tax stamp near the Michael Osioti, we can do it. Our leaders have to be serious. They are just not serious enough. Also about Cyprus, Turkey, Taiwan, they are doing it. They raise money from their citizens abroad. When is just about the bois or mining to me. That is what Dr. Danso can. Ghana should be able to do this thing. And our mills, or see, okay, our mills, I can't wait no. Miller say he's making a lot of sense about the Dr. Danso can, but the problem is our corrupt politicians who are only interested in personal gains. That is why they cannot go to them and ask them for money. Kofi Boateng may help. Kofi Boateng and also I research no. Kofi Boateng, Mr. I need your input because I mean somebody who has done research. They are very knowledgeable. I mean we can do with the knowledge. You share with Unianum Ghana for why so that we all can benefit from knowledge nowadays. Mama, good evening. Have I also a microphone? What do you make of suggestion that Danso said? In order to say, I brought free message Ghana for more just 3 million. Most was the council. I brought just Ghana so 25%. If we got to meet the interest rate, 30 something.
If you no crepa, before the register, Emma, manage pa say, register, and come up with a because because Ska, if you are sending back Ghana, and yes, I could go. A first money transfer and tap and why the BA quick. The BS papa. In the car, pay for it my BB and I Caribbean yet we transfer scan free account to more Ghana and Capua as summer before the kind no crepa. I give it my boy. I'm go. Ubi to me, my same right, my say. I Yampeno, Yanin too. What I say, Uncle, and only bit my boy. I'm a man not major. A 4 year fence, so Uganda's a for you almost a year. A man almost almost say, almost from because they're a buying where permanent in the crew man. Oh, no more, oh, no more sign. It's your own family.
Okay, a question be only about Sarah, no, Teresa say. The man is making a lot of sense for the Dr. Danso, but Kebio say, Bill na yako sign, will it provide jobs in the country? Galamse and Kwampo Kumunkropo, Yang Galamse on LGBT, which I think this is a very important point in Albania. Mibusa say, Bill, in Nagana for Yaswa, born a captain's banner, Yaswan. Bill never created jobs. Yeah, no, you want Nigeria. Nigeria for passing be 2014 a great job. In fact, can you according to me in Nigeria? Now Nigeria for the third more Ghana. When my day passing on, would the law solve anybody's problem? I fix the economy now, Mayana.
Fix it, and fix it. And no, the fix it. About or say, fix it. My idea. And no, maybe the one can bit me up Boama or minded to make national. I said, I be ready. Say, as I do, about you know, maybe Kaisa is that man. I mean, it's saying, I need a film for be Kogabesia, as you only way you say. I ordered that, but now I'm going for you or them MP. But I'm saying, no, Omo say, Omo say you come by force, say, you to mono, and I'm Sama and pay for no, F4 say, on the pass, I don't say the bay because in Bremekai, we drew a face, Houston. You see, train station, a man be new, you know, man, I had a good role. ama empanifo memempanifo nyobias what is going on kroma anya nipa nyina no na prince ade no so but akwesi nipa kakra bi ni aban na taw machinti na ama ade na kwesi anya nipa nyina na fo so ba enam say no mo de be hye kon ba fo so ntina ma ye empanifo no fo so say ene yenye sa amara na ma no nye sa ebedi nkensenya braba kwa amene nete ne ba ko school akora 8 years oba fi bebu so papa say da omo kire LGBT ho akiw no mo say oyo ba akora we free say utim dare bema omo kire akora 8 years in school oh enti ya de bi em say no ntina ma mpanfo no fo say ne yenhye sa amara say de be ya omo fa sa de no emhye school no emhye kon emade no emetin ayi wo yi ba nan kai wo police bebre an compete ma ya ma ende ke betima bo oman no ba na me say sa pressure no mo di be see so ntina ma omo force say yen san sa de no na MSA ye ma no
Okay.
but o say na do because omo ja ko je to mo wi on san preko onye book onyina on san yes on san
Okay. Yo.
if you
Okay, say na don say ono say na say ma ade ba na say na do nye bold. O say na finance ministry so kan o say na just sika na mo pe no. Mo nsa enka. No. Enti ubedi sika, ubedeji. Obani owahene.
Isafia, me ton kacho.
Na say onya ne bia. Am say awoni
Oh,
ne.
David. Ajuma ko me pack here ni.
No ati che mi say ajum say awoni nye iye.
Isafia nye izo. Na we the pounds kakra ba na ja. Nana no mu bedi ala o ye ne dai.
Enti suggestion na Dr. Dansode ba say, o say o support LGBT na o support it.
100%.
O support it.
Me support because na de na omonje awale mi ni ntum. Ana na mema de omo mai kwa ma yem wale mi no ha. Yem musa sa question.
O say o America na o Norway.
David me wo UK. Me pesa me kire say. Isafia. See you care about human right. So be on the right. In China na yeni member some of my kwan ne nwale mi no ha. Di enza. Population na omo pese omo teso. Population na you know pese omo teso. Because we are oko South Korea. Since omo president cry patch say e man e ho no cry enwu bebre. Inti sabi utifie na obo obra ye a. Isafia we betu abahye mra ma say chinchina wa say oji wetum. Ya mo ye bra ye. Ya bra no ne ya mo ne ye. Se na doctor e ka no. Ye mpanyifo no untumi trust omo mali nye. Isafia ye o ska ho no ma da bango ha o. Fin ba sunya ka prakra waso. O he be da so obukra befu. But udi be fie. Ye ma me no mo ne ye na no mo e pension. Ene na se ya no mo ye haircut. O ma makoya mo bon. Sika nyina ba mfa mo santo so. Mfa so be na ba so. Nti hwan pa na de guarantee be pa na ye wa e chese ye de sika ba. Ye rest assured say we here on Sameka.
Eti na Dr. Dansode ma say mo abroche mbetimi erezi more than sika na ye je wo IMF no o ye credit so we say ye ka say contributor be ye.
That means is a fear ye paying for no sabi omo nka lokre. Ye paying for nka lokre. Ye mbusa say loan bebre bra NPP aban buy o ma je no. Akunte bo pe o de mefa COVID-19 by airport. COVID charge no mo ji airport wo yi. Omo tumi berenda account ma obi.
Sabi parliament for na be blame o parliament na so mo ko bu sa akonta no.
Oh, yeah, sister fear. Parliament e ko benyina aban ewon nana musini. Aban ewon nana musini information minister ho finance minister ho mo. Obi antumi ambe communicate bi papa bi ama e. Nigeria ni no mo de ma no. Ye wie no o ma ye ni airport ni e dia no. Ye wie no even 20% kwa ye nya. Na ya makwabla ni asese sika no nyina de ko. Wo de hwe COVID de twamo nso omo da so ji COVID levy. Inji sikala mo de yale omo bo wa na yale nbe saba na abi ye pay for no is that via o de ho to omo so enye ye
Enti wo de ye ka say ye forget IMF for ye ngiji sika na wuntua.
oh ene omo so fo mo de meto ha bie omo tum de omo sika ba abi is that via ye pay for no de o trust omo enye ye o trust omo enye ye
yo
ene na me chairman kan no was ye nya kasa no we are naturally bombard ye suban na kuta no suban no is that via enye
okay
suban nye
Yo, I want him. I mean, I say, I'm so simple for me accounting for the money they take, no. Or any other baby, come on. Good evening.
Fine evening, Stafia. Boko there, Stafia. Oh, me frɛ ya che.
Aye, na same say you man ti wa ho.
Enya asɛm ketewa. This of you every day be me frɛ on say me da me frɛ via me ka Ghana asɛm. Ghana problem na ewom no on say the bra you can the ofa you can on say ye papa yi. On say asɛm a o kan nyina. O kyerɛ say eni kwan say ye tiete obi fa ahudie so on say gay for na omo ho no. Nyom say Ghana for ye ti ase say omo man nyom no makoko shemra say omo be gay o Ghana na akwa shemra say omo tia omo what I say bra ye wo problem bebre won say bra no ka gay for asem no wan pe o but what hwe problems are Ghana mpanyimfo no edi fom what kan hwe o you say first and kronfo
bra asem na aka no gabi ana hwan asem
Debbie, bra ya of kasa asesi ayi.
Okay.
Won say o can give was them say say ka have also epene so ma ye ware mienu mane mienu wo ho by Ghana na ahye say what I can crow sister if you obi oye gay now so oye bibi oye bone o de no kwakotum 3 years o de no kono say oye be ma o de no kwakoshe mma mu o de no kwoshe mma mu ade na promote when you say be anim na de me yakura wo mu say ti say stuff ya wote hoyi so mu pass law ni sesi na ye no kasa sesi na ka gi asema o so go 5 years
yeah o ko
na wo so we don't talk about it yes say o bre ya abiosem ye nso so no ye ne omo na te wonim say ebi kura mpo parliament wo be bre kura makura ebi because untimi nsesa omo what I say, omo dada. Omo so
omo dey hospital no my psychotherapy ni ade amomo.
Na sister via bisa omo say was asika no. Wo dey omo nya Ghana yie kura na ya ewa brochire kura o sister via. Ye mbra kura keke no. Na hwe de Ghana ekoso. Last year me ba Ghana sister via untimi ntohwe techi ma dwom. Untimi ntohwe bibia boa ye de na ankran kura de ye nka. We have a big problem to attack. Young say your problem na woman no. Untimi nja problem 100. Now ba solve why now kwa solve 100. Hwempanyin fo ya omugu he sister je o kan kro. Ade it say sika omudi krampo no ye sika ketwa. Yetu wo se sia no. Musi yemfa sika mra na embehwe. Ghana fo panyimfo ben na omo America no ma be bie amnuma o Ghana fo agu adwuma no. Obi krampo asifie organo oma kom na fa duro so agifie no ama waka abruchiri isafia problems wey are you win
who here was here dey adin koso dan
problem musi say ye interest mo musi ye mfa camera even ye wa hakura mpo na japade a ye na organa kra eno kra a problem oto asase a obi to asase obaka ko sidan no ne asata ama obi fufuro na wakotwe ho mansa no wajai wo o se yam me sika na me wa brochira broni no obo me ho ban no even sister fia o re kan kro me Ghana won hu say wi ase wo ba na wan hwe akwara na o twen sa akwara na mba hwe o sa na Ghana yete hwe me to ye wo me Ghana o Jesus na me wi me pe SS kra ko ma nya bia anko sister fia me ba kro ma jama ban e de ma me suan san no duma omu na mutua bibia omu tua me train take it bibia omu tua bibia omu sa ma me sika kra ka ho ya wonu Germany how enti Ghana ni Germany himfa na manya mfa so afirim
SHS na opese okonoma ma wanko because when you school ana
anya so manya sika na omo jimi sa tam na mentimi me na ma me ni bi ma me na oton koko onti me manya nti sa mra nso so san say na manyini kakra nti na me nua na ewie Jesus no na me nua no so me say okay na enja na me mbo ma me na yemfa hwa me nua no nko school ti me nua na etimi de boa no aye koko na ehwe ma me nua ma no ma onwie Jesus enso me ba ha no ma mpa bo me say me suan san no adwuma jama ya ban support me omo ma me bibia so me
support us ko si adwuma
sao sister fia no ha ye we
ya be say LGBT man ke yamfa time no mo she mrati say mo ema nsamduma to you
wow yeah problem say ya mpese ye be do na ya pam na aduo ba ye pese ye twa enye ye ontimi ndo Untimi nkasa mendo afuo ne da ho wo da ondo on show on pamo ba o say 3 months time na akotwa enyen sa wiase isa Ghana adwuma na ye no ho safia ya group na edi wo da ma menka asem kiro in 2 years time and 3 years time wo bon say Burkina Faso ni Niger Ghana for be kwa akoye adwuma omako pe adwuma aye hore for sign baby anso nka because adwen ni nipa na mugu kuro no mu no any adwen any problem sa edi to kuro no mu I say ye didi ho nkete ba enim say e problem kese
yo come on me now say one here what pa come on
we na obi ayi prison wo kra ye ma wo so sign the nipa e kwa kogu ho wo ho odi wo mo o me pia ba no kra no ma sa double
what is a man dream who say nipa no so ya LGBT wo de ne ko to prison memem na say ne ho no
so na e man no so man na so o me lesbian odi wo mo kwa kogu mba mu wo ho na say no omo beba no omo develop afekwa na okosua practice o bakra afekwa na adene be more ese you use ya adwen
matama mo wakasa pa doc good evening no what good afternoon or Texas good afternoon
yeah good afternoon Safia yeah I think say and sema pie Ghana na me person make ho asem kakra na Safia me no de na me ntia say ne say samra no kra no what was the motivation say LGBT4 no omado so much wo Ghana ma obia ehu omo as a problem na say ya nye BBC a na say omo ye no be say o man no e ho na me no as how they catch me off guard kakra.
No, I won't say I'm more proper family values. They want because of I think the way I brought from my pressure. Okay, so Obama buy or can't same way say we should respect other people's human rights near day. And American development partners, baby, they try to tie it down to 8. Say your mama where you must do this, your mama where into the position of government, religious groups, the Christophonic Christophers, government take a position. Number you who said this is what we are. And over the years, Mahama time. They use the same thing against Mahama. In fact, I started at most time cry saying on taking a stand at almost on the on Mahama time they used it against Mahama. So be a culture the book, somebody the person who wrote his for Solomon. He was a member of the LGBT community in America. They used it against Mahama. In Akuffo and the same thing pressure went there too. They also declared stand. So that's where it came from.
Okay, yeah. No, I clear. No, say. There are pressures say be a school mu yenchere sanya man say be a obema oba and I will be in between because mean say that's the problem as you see I know echo say me identify
doc okay some books no the more experience of America no similar issue came up in Ghana books be na omo de buy no they started under Professor Jena no program my time no okay UNICEF for the only yeska for education and other things. The money they gave us, almost tie conditionality be said. First, almost I say in Colonial 2 months and rape me defilement cases. A cost statistics and cost. Until I was a man Colano education, no mere aware of their sexuality. Then they inserted this other sexual orientation into it. Colani books near the trauma or primary, JHS, any SS no. Yeah, woman say you can kiss a girl, you boy can kiss a boy, and then the anatomy no we are no so explicit. Yakufa oba sex organ, very explicit. That was what came at Christophonic Cramophone as a and it was a donor-funded book education support program.
Oh, okay, I clear. And the sister, if you say law no to some extent, basis war. But me part, me can say men get take a can say from experience with US had. In conform we bring omo pick case as to buy any prison. In the wars, Obi was asked to buy him. Now, what's I then Wako prison? No, say, what are you trying to solve? And the ideas that many NPP now no can say be as even say community service and IBB just to serve as a deterrent because I don't crime it will be in the open. Say be a Wako BBC. And I actually why you say, why did the papa cry? No, be a baby when you to me, say be some of those methods no and get no more. Rather than say the patrona no yeah the end of the sign the now to or more headquarters And no, there you will not be solving any problem. Another problem, as I said, if you want to say, unze Ghana there, asemba, to see obia say pass, we are, and once you stand so, I tell you, say, politicians, no need more, they will not feel the impact. The ordinary Obana or village be baby, no, or known as a Yenvan says a dollar because through a CD because I don't know about bebre. The moment you look at a horn, so near making sure I'm paying for no more year, and I am passing. Or moon share no more to 2 year meji because says if your boy a brave year, miniature Sanka Brunino or Barbetro, say Abia, why you are mean you see, Kata who still World Cup. No. France may break us all monko because of that. Kata much our happening. Omo gem, omo still because omo musica, omo call bluff. So in the lesson I was using we munina and say as o mine yen toto near me. Na yen man near me here no in here. So because I guess we yebe pass a bit another issue beba. Still we kusum actually for sika. We are ye be pass here, you be later no actually no nefi ye make concessions. I tell you, sister, that's what is going to happen. Because you see, I know I am populist because that's what Ghana for in pay. But to politicians, we do maybe no say adia I pass here, Moame, and mammy watch me, ye name be or no member Sako fair tree, aqua make concessions be at your blind side. In the hono in essay, yefe. Say changes kakra bi na yebe to me aye na I still ya maintain your family values so ne we na yenye na ni make sure say their effect no be minimal. Just like kakra me wakan.
Doc, mama no say. What boss? Good evening.
Oh, if you are many pardon no.
Only many dog.
Dog, many no what Texas say.
Also because of Minnesota.
David Texas.
Oh, Texas, okay. And Texas. For somebody I want to move feeling till I'm almost trust me.
Oh yeah.
Mo is say California go slow. I snow be go more California. E wan cross no ton. Omo tire chiro omo yanse ketwa. Enti na omo be ka say omo di sika ne ba. What happens to government accountability? Say in fact say yam forgo IMF no. Cuz what is your position on this bill? Do you support or
I may support it because it's high time I say you take a position. Other countries so might take your position. Yeah, up to now they are not in hunger situation. Be Oman maneuver out. So we are not going to be the first or the last. Until no, me only say it's high time say be passes our bill way. And I'm Crawford about the prison. Prison, no, mean better how much my provision be says so you chose who yes are there now. More dear, you be isolate him. You far munko can't the masses no na unko yet repeat the same act. It's possible. And omo yes I know so no. Me believe it say a bad thing. Ghana a bad thing say about you be trust me.
and no na asem no.
A bad thing papa. Omo nyina be kwa kote omeya wo dem we dem ko row be dem so you be sir. This anypa no because of akono boni and obe lusu guard na wakoye bibi wo open place bi na ache no. But majority no Ghana no munti obia a bad thing.
Now Nigeria program passing in 2014. Me. I did some research on it yesterday. But I won't be on my channel. Now Nigeria program they have trans people on social media, and they are even the most popular people on social media. You know.
Yeah. About things say about you be. Into no the omoki can say prison. Nipa ne baga ko yeah the same thing or the me jintum.
So how do you ensure? Say, see, I am Ministry of Finance say, man, don't sign it. That's their recommendation to President. Say he shouldn't sign the bill. He shouldn't sign it into because I no law there, but it will only be effective when the President signs it. What do you think? Do you think the President should follow advice from the man on sign?
On signing because tactics, delay tactics no person here. And number kukwasa sana push the bill no to the next government. Now next government no so ba no so yeah or find excuses no asa push my next government. Sa number yes enti ye person Akuffo do on sign so your bema on Jim Tuma on signing and share. You say testing the credibility no.
There be on I said Mahama Kaso best sign it. What woman is all NDC? What's your problem? If Akuffo can sign, I'll leave it to Mahama. What's the problem with that too?
Oh, and that means you're a coward.
Ah, a coward is saying.
Now they are also in Jintum. After the bill by sign, I also sign it.
But someone who Ministry of Finance one letter, must see a sign a $2.8 billion yen sanka. About running economy into shambles. Exchange rate no be falling. Ever say, Mokra economy and way inherited no more, and this is a mobile 2025. You inherit a very bad economy and exchange rate. So they're trying to stabilize things. Also, Simon signing. So it's at 2.8. You're not going to find any other.
If you are Sasikano, Ombe JD, and Kusibe, Bia, Mumfan solve a problem, Bia or Ghana. Oh,
say, and I say, near stabilize the Kakra. Omni and Woody and can never stabilize the Kakra.
Oh, yeah, IMF report no way. Because if you are and your man,
first party, the Abamuka at least relatively stabilized. Even CD exchange, you can't say stabilize the Kakra.
Oh, sir,
and IMF.
I got 13 and stabilize here.
In terms of any baby, like the depreciation rate, a Gina Kakra for a while. Unlike first man, every week be change, you know.
Oh, yeah.
One boss. What's the man and I don't sign it? Sikani ebe lose, you know. Dr. Danso, the suggestion they say, more broche for you. Nkamu na musika Google US bank kamu nya profit bia because US interest rate here 0 point here. Kamu fa megu Ghana. Na ka yam call IMF on the bluff. Let's can yam fa Ghana. What do you think about that suggestion?
Oh, and the any juma because for personal monies or normal income. Ghana's would do sika rate of depreciation will seek any number running down to 0. And you know, me who is a positive idea to bring money, huge sums of money to Ghana. Be cut down to 0. So okay. It's not worth it. Okay. And my last part is say, sir, you know, nyama no more person more infused into our school system no. And you're right. Into say one be trumu no e wo mu dem and obi amfa obi ahun. But say who translated that into our textbooks. Now who chere nkola and say oh ubetuma don't be judgmental. It says the sister if you are school be or East Lagos no. No our class or chere nkola no. Oh, man, ubetuma ka say oh. Deborah, sorry, Deborah. Yeah, it's very dangerous because me to me family bank go school now who be train the opposite of the me train war if ye and the man kola no be confused. Omo yankola they'll be confused.
Okay. But him say what boss me person of a cable on him say Ghana ministry we approved some books some time ago. I think 2016, 2017 we approved books. And yet, churches now Ghana no gramophone is original and we can't allow these books. The books were approved from the ministry because UNICEF one year then they gave us books. What kinds of books they buy? So
yeah, this is up to now, Colano money textbooks because my God Jimuska. And the Omubaga printing new textbook abano Adani Asema Momo. They can't print textbooks.
They rejected it. Public outcry ne buy no. So they rejected it.
But then up to now, move for new books and my.
It's a kind of way.
Scanner no the full plane $20,000 hour and unrefunded and on or set that example as we the Sika Beba.
Okay, yo. What was I mean, I see a good one is or cutting the cost down almost the Omo de Beba. What good evening?
Stefia, me just now so.
Adam, yentie we.
The yamiasi. Stefia, the cost of Ghana there. I think say S3. But Stefia, one year fair to a majority leader.
Majority leader.
That's now a final market so fire and one year fair to him.
Now, what's your son make any idea?
There be one year fair to a majority leader. To be frank,
okay,
Obi Bekasa I say ye prisons, you know. Ye prisons, I don't know ye gates in the control. Bema Omo I and the more my castle drank. unsa o can say afanyo markings na raises adie no say look emrana ya de ba no ye share prisons so they be ya nipa no ya bone a because e ho no kra wo de nipa no kokan no kra no e be ma wasen akokire omo ho no mo anu so be create yi wo nti ade na ye ma omo
no I mean
markings that can yeah
minti enti na minti
afanyo markings that any raises sa issue he said no a prisons na ya side gave for this akwakoto no de do ye mpese e be no Ghana na answer almost akokire omo ho no afanyo markings na kan but used to fear
I was fair to him no
oh yeah because yeah na so the afanyo marking kan no hwe baby nso de o kan so na ka sabi enkaye no sin ko mo hwamra ni mu before say on be pass
I agree with him on that say the name say prison there me my interview Ghana for bebre wo prison because once many legal aid for you you maybe advocacy for you so I know near cost wo prison no
yeah
and near cost pa nti I know dem ne ya
Steph na adena ka edu this the time ade na uncle Canada say Ghana for musika megu ga ye wa akonto mfe sika megu Ghana dey anya possible but edu time Steph they are banning betimi and say your mining industry no this is the time also gov aban ankasa own nanka own flow to shares nanka ye wa control no ye fe sika me share your mining industry that's the best thing and they all sika ko shema onim say at the end of the day and at the end of the year no benya bibie free and no you better since you dey be ma Chinese for ne abroad you dey mining industry be mo but abani yesa na ka ban ankasa je nanka ye wa control flow to ne obi anfa ne sika mechi no you better that's the kind of Ghana ho that's the right thing abani betimi aye no this time because ye lithium na se o kan say bi mu say 10% bi mu say 19% abani betimi ankasa di ne sika akoshem na ko afro to shares ama ye wa kontu ko bi adi ne sika beba
I think I know see a fantastic suggestion pa say e can go for broni ani ate company
ya be ma broni
obi a to shares wo
na obi a to shares wo
sika ya na doctor na kokan na ya ka say ya o ya you can get aye betimi yetu ade ya ma refine no refine
refine
chense broni beba be no ama ye ho conditionalities no
enti metiasa me wo me 1000 bia ye shares wo bon se me dia ba be tobi at the end of the year at least me say me sika na me dia be shem no me sika no me nhwiri me sika no menya infrastructure so enu mom ye better nyanka ye sika na ka oman ni mu na so if you IMF forces say
anya IMF ministry na ka say IMF na ka che say ye sign bill na sika na ye o se yansa kan ye nsanka aka 2.8
IMF stuff you unim President Akufo on sign bill no but I'm sure Eugene ahin we make here be say asat na no kra no President Akufo omo fa we nim emetu ni table so omo fa mai but say I'm a foreign casa de aka Ghana o man paying sign because sasika na omo show so anya omo de aw IMF na ekuo ena ye nyina ye contribute eni sa me ho kire me na se maba na se me be na aka se ma anjigi atu na se wo fa mi sika na me ma contribute fa ma me dia o man paying sign na IMF no yensi wo mo se sa no mo ye dia aka Ghana yensi wo mo that's the best thing because sikani ye omudia sikani ye amanya nyiradia
okay
eyekuo ene ye na ye join
that's true
and me contribute na also contribute and at the end of the day say me ho ahyem na smaba na me be pesikani bi safa bombo se ametua ka be ka say manjige antuma untimi nkanchem say minjige ntu because anyamra
okay
sabi aha economic stafia away UK stafia so what basim and how to train now who say almost for mo anu sabi aware for kra na ya ne yire mu na no kra sanfia no kra po yetimi fi
Ghana for dem munye romantic dey fa no
sabi stafia say even abroad kra they don't
romantic
stafia wintro abroad kra they don't do it omo kra within them no kra omo who say omo ye kra pa you once to a normal show him. So if you have time, Obey, what mom na monya no nya me train ma me tia na me boss ma me tina bo be yes are serving in kwasi adiwe.
Okay, you.
Oh, see, I look here. Who and their own sign say about 20 tables, so but now sign can say, you know, woman release, yeah, or say, a court. And on the President Akuffo them, the idea in us and Kobachama, a court to be because as well was sanctioned and microphone the court, not a court. A sign can be an announced now or anything.
Okay. Mamina as you say na don't sign no monsieur IMF no. Brasa say good evening.
Even if you are saying.
Okay, Adam. Oh, Sandra, the question you person here and say Bill I don't know first of all support and I support it.
Oh, so obviously when you say yeah Ghana Fund, we are not in support of this kind of action because now the identity on say Ghana and you say Bema worry oba na Oma Kotina na Oma wo na Oma build a family na generation upon generation at so. But it seems that your leaders if you're my weak for a very long time. Adianka previously declare a stance Kasasi when Kia can't come the you understand? Because UAE Arab countries now Dubai untimin ko kancho mso mwenyesa adeno Qatar untimin kasoko if ya okase si ya okase oko Qatar ye Qatar omobo World Cup se uhu de si wo they want anybody
they
didn't allow it. It's about stance. And said the US when you say US ne UK mimo UK untimika so worry me no fiani about you understand they don't endorse polygamy or UK ni America now then Africans here and they Ghana person force it down our throat lesbianism and gay homosexuality and other stuff is because of weak leadership. Kadia your leaders name make stance earlier on say sa practice we yempe my and ye culture ebra kaya we've gone past these things and they are using iska as a trump card to sabotage us the blackmailing. Can you imagine saying you go that you to near all you're managing here ka obi betimi you should gay lesbian as a bargaining chip adia ye nim say my ya ye nim your society me kai me Ghana me back in high school we knew people that were involved in gay and in lesbianism and they are all deteriorating but they are using money as a bargaining chip to destroy the youth. That is it. Kadia you go near or you are managing ye and ya is a Qatar, ya is a Dubai, ya is a Brunei. They dare not. Now Omobo Qatar World Cup no mutimi decide no ko say Oman gay near ya to my World Cup. No. They didn't do it because they know say they are financially resourced. Mutimi fast had them be sabotage by ya penny for na ya ma we ni na ba between. Oh. And going forward, they need to declare their stand. Say, oh, dear woman is car for Osika. We are not going to
say bill. No, say president on sign and I'm on sign.
They say I saw a sign. Now I didn't pay.
I didn't let Nibusa Sarah Nibusa question say or sign for so many beba. Edumeni won't your sign got jobs beba.
Debut, this is the time almost sign. Yes, we pay your homework. You say their staff now year 2 oil now you left crude oil come out be no what refined. Yes, I dear brain. Yes, say I be na yisika ibenya ye yusu. Okay. You understand? Gold na ye refining. Yeah, intimi nye gold and make revenue out of it in farm and build the country, no. Are we going to keep on begging, be a begging nation? Had the beer na IMF. Year upon year on beer. You have to go to IMF. I say, oh, Bob Brana the beer just watch bossy and son it makes you are not progressing in life. You understand? Gay, if you be any hope, how do we would the coffee be a man? Yes, so in Ghana, what they call what they call church, what they call church, what they call traditional setting, what they call a society. We look at even in abroad. America we cry. There are some people America for now they see gays in a certain way. They are not even accepted. I don't know. Medically, they see something wrong with them. which they need help. It needs
Yeah, but you are saying the Supreme Court now ruling so now be a sexual right, a human right, a right that is enshrined in our constitution.
Exactly. It's your right to do, but the fact that you're right, it doesn't mean that you need to force down other people. They don't love it.
Okay.
Because in Najituma, our kids know who school, oba boy because school is a repu no. So oba boy no cars or a gay, but your repu na is being initiated into it. You get it. So we need to take a stance. Your presidents, they need to make the bold decision now. It will keep on going on and on and on and on, and it will come back to hunt us. You get it. If you are the best way on sign. Na you who you want, my is common face. You need to Ghana. Busiania go by the end of the day.
Okay, do you champ on the end? The champ on time, and they say, they were saying some more money, champ or some more money scam on fact. We have operation feed yourself, and we also said the operation feed yourself, feed the Ghana. It's a point to no president inside and dare the consequences. Good evening.
Hello, Sister Fia. Good evening.
Good evening. To also say, and the answer, and I'm answering.
Sister Fia, media, sign, sign on, sign on, and the same be our Ghana.
Okay.
The idea can be me chatted for so phone, you know. Assemble. Third force, yen pet or my penny that dane baumia yen po mubia.
Okay.
So mu free ho.
Okay.
Na nipa fufro new fresh yes eba. If you say about to Emre be drubia kofa asem fufro at the bus system nim just to confuse all of us. Last time na almost say wa buruchi na ebe vote. Eno ya ante ho asem biem besi ne.
Besi ne.
Omo wini wie ya omo kotra ho ko nu mi wan ni wie ya no so ya wie omo. Say omo person omo ba no so say o chinchina yan sign gave for yi no na yan sign so the president and sign omo ba be ka say omo ye bia enti yan tuntia omo enti that ka say sankrofo that brother two brothers no omo nyina Hajia Amina na wo omo enti e ba ko mummy empamu womo say ampamu womo a ne e masankofo no koso di o man so a e kom I am unim your problem in your IMF. Ye nipa na ye tu o man ni mu no leadership no. Any problem no. Yes sta o mo a ne ye o man ni ye ne de adwuma bam ne ye ekwan Kumasi to Accra to Aflawo ne ye yato so na enwuma ekoso wo kwan ho. Oba UK unam M11 M1 a udu baby I stop wa a business center. Yeah, ni nyina na de adwuma ye sa de na mo pa mo say assign bill say gay for omo mu mekana ye kuro na say me ti kuro mo na me wa adwuma ya me fo obi ho me fa gay bill na me wa adwuma ye me wo madwuma ye what I say but every Kwame Nkrumah ye tu Kwame Nkrumah 1966 o free ade so pe ena ya no fa ade show mo nsa no ma se o man ni sa and that the sister campaign no Ghana. Attempted die. 1969 election. Joe Apia, Bedema, and Buzia. It was very competitive, but Obia Bejina platform so or say even if you don't vote for me, I'm going to be an alternative opposition government.
Yeah.
And then you no. And a tribal politics near the tenets of the rule of law was a free and fair election without tribalism. This animal. Uko jina tamale na ukachem say your disgraced son. It's not in politics. It's yet third force before the say. Some of you gay or mobile and you know ni move free one. All of you go away.
Third force for Mobanas and another one sign, Momo sign bill and a sign.
Yeah, but I am a funny and no one transfer. We are not even sitting down with them. We don't need an inch of their land to be successful in Ghana. Ghana, you will gold, bauxite. You're leveraging your bauxite. I'm man for you say you the best sign no hydrogen dem ekwan ebesi nne ekwan ni yenya nyeye
Okay.
Sister Fia no kra na ba akupe o
Okay.
no ye de yasema no omo free onko de embra yempe omo fa ye mai omo fa ye mai asase mai ba omi omo fa ye mai e ma de ye dia ye pe omo nko omo ye Ghana for omo so omo nko tena chire no omo hwe de yesu si entimi anya no ma pam ye ne ekọ
back of the third force on your pay ibia bio but no na abranche ba koso ye research Kofi Boateng I see your message you say nanka oba share research ba Dr. Danso asem na Dr. Danso aka no research no kasa broche for Ghana for wa broche enka dey sas kan ye nya wa IMF no abroche for betimi contribute 10 times e dey ama Ghana ban and one say Ghana ban be di no kre say ye disika no be ye adwuma and not to chop the money Obra Prez, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Steph. I say.
We at my hospital. The break room now.
It is me picky case that by my giant they say where you now work on. On set me papers in any. I make a picky case for a china case is for surgery.
Okay.
Yeah. By the time they say it's the fear, me New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. By say na person busa say you bond na amount for ebe no Ghana na sila no omunyo musika na no akosi sen
bond terms are binding on my arrangement or they have an arrangement or mutu na kakra instead of first na kosu on to until 2027 no
so on say ebni o amount for atimi ababe investiska on de akosi ye it next time no kasi obi san fancy camera ipa kono on fama enti say the man say en empanimfo no obi ani trust homo edibentia eye de omaye enti na sisi a amanfo Ghana okaso be a lawyer cry na ade just omo hunye hu biem because all the omane mom so mediso a we don't see any changes what I say unse first naka we say lawyer bediso doctor bediso sisi a yebenya kwanka emfa ma obi a unko school down so na enhwe ade because me bet maka say Ghana memo no full because obi o baby na adwene say me kwa kwaji loan what I say obi anya na adwene say yenso ye betimi abe develop bibi etimi export bibi debi one day na adwene say oba kwaji loan ye kwaji loan so ye mfa anya de be ye ekwan ni nyina say obuso mo so a na de yare say cocoa rose enoma na discover nyina okwa ekwan ni nyina anye de discover o man no ekwan nye the enfes kama no ehu hia no makwakoye wo de busa won say election kakra ya internal election kakra ya NPP ye NDC ye sika o mo say no this the only this says can be my man and corruption oko kan yes president nua oko kan we yem punish obi a at the end of the year we say na work say 3 billion chairman sakwa kasasem no last some interview no was say omutimi it take care of Ghana don't need ska from IMF it says subana ye womuna a man penny for every yen into the bia no krom ha landing omo decide mind yenye ye krom because omo dey den kwa man ya yentimi so ye so step me make you say na say na me to na me hwe even US ya any UK they were migrant esi be kroma entina me make you at this time democrat en wa chere wo mu kroma no because krono money
Jessica mo no ya mo credit card with money no
yes krono money bofu say why say omo taxpayers money ye dey ma immigrants they were na nipa esi be krono no see krono ya anye ni ya is the bedroom rebi they will be say deport amount for no see anye krono ya the bedroom rebi they will be say deport amount for
you don't sign am on sign
oh say me dem pese omuhwemu ye na o sign loss no bi o ha omo ehwemu ye no sign because say come o link am me dey be send o krom a bisexual any na school for nkola bi any omo complain say still no omo ne bisexual for use the same restroom still no omutua pennies at say and Qualano make complaints. Oh, Kruma Krano, Omukram law no passing and easy ma because over a time Donald Trump by and you be free. I mean because of the spending almost spending our gay for our aminim, but they spend a lot our aminim. What I say, and see a school from Colonial a complaint, not to see so Kruma, you cry more Kruma, de Biano. We feel sorry for your man because you need say, oh, Nancy, oh, Minalinka, Nancy, Omode bisexual be games on Moyano, a mano, Omodomako fra. Emma Nancy school for and my best at 3 pride the same game. Emma Mon for Bufui. Say, I don't know, Mumpe or my game, no more day, masculine, Ako fra a mano, and now Omuya game boom. To come as a crisis, no, or what they're going through. It's Yana, Yanya, a man so, and Masadiano, and Kokeka, a man who calls school more cry. And my answer so it over plenty time or Mubusan's question was a city and Munyana Manasa to time Obama buyer.
No say no here. There was a time that you were using.
Right. To time Obama buyer Obupushi, Omu face a lot of problems. It was Hanomano. Tiyanso ni kwa say ye ko entertain na ye man na eba no e ko pick side ye say kroma say ye man e ko school ye parents ni ye ni say the motion mo school no ye mpe.
Okay.
Enso ye ni say untimi nka. So enti ye so mo krono omum ye kroni ye na entimi ma ye krom.
Okay.
Because see ya Fia America na the America no aye hu okro no mo. Wo de o ti krono bi. Wo migrants are epuba krono. As you see, and until the be a moya Donald Trump and lead no. Kunumani Bofu, Chicago, almost say Umberto a red, New York, Umberto a Florida, Texas, squad. Yes, I'm telling you, but the whole chroma just steady CNN Fox News near the you will see. It's Yanni Krumu Yena, Yanso, Yentu Mary Krumbi. Now, it's here they are heading.
Yo, Mamina say, all right. America for no crowd change. Doctor, so what to be your thoughts on the way? Say, what kind of champion? Say, Ghana a champion line.
Maybe the whole idea, they say, it boils down to the facts of big risk. Oh, Medemawa, obey we say. Not just that they are using us as Sabi and Kramabi with this Kanama, you say. Look, who has the right to do that to another country? And you're wrong. Say your best. It is a non. Sad year we penny will proma. As was saying. So feel say as you modify the crowd because of the BIA be civil rights me the children grow for or bet me modify the crowd. But as was saying because that is the core belief and culture that you live on. Now obin to me fear one thing as oh. Se wo koye we dia any scanner me de mamu modest air budget support no betwom and no media that's the one thing that I feel say as an independent country we need to assert our rights. The young people in the country must stand up because otherwise we don't have a country anymore.
Okay.
That's all media no America. But
I like the point that earlier about say a champion. Ignore. I call it black.
Okay, sorry.
Say almost say a champion beji 8. Ne champion say ne jimu 8. Yani Ghana the man the champion so be any banche, obi any body, obi any entos me koni ade. We were able to produce enough body.
I just was able to survive.
Your idea was you grow about for the fight champion method no. Yes. Boot on the ground. Boot on the ground every day. I am building the oil sector. I am building.
Right.
I am building on mine.
And no strategy, no. And I make can say, who build your mind, even human life, and yet all laid out. Sometimes, you have to think. You have to, and you'll be on your wound to come, even your wood to come crown out, do baby. There's some conditions, some rules of the game. Look, life is a tough place. Until you do that, all what we have to do is to look at all the resources to make us a diaspora. I'm not saying say Chicano diaspora should contribute. I'm not saying. All I'm saying is that we have other sources of financing that we haven't even used. We haven't debated this among the diaspora community. At the end of it, so that we don't have to borrow money to support our budget. So,
and I don't see a very good suggestion. I think Nyakupoya Adama Wednesday will go further into our one because it's true. As a Bloomberg crowd reporter, almost Ghana makes about $8 million from foreign remittances. More and more broche Ghana economy. So if we harvest it, the here says the concerns and for raising the binding transparent. Omundi no cre. Kofi Boateng says our policy na Bra Prince can was don't ask, don't tell. US Army for now first no kwa na kombe busa will be sexual orientation. Now we don't ask, don't tell. Ndungo busa, ungo bi anso carry nchero. And a Trump says so traveling and call for the almost so answer no to say yeah the empty crowd. There was even Obama time. No more third bathroom. Okwa Bemani Obani no more another one. That's like a general bathroom. Wow, yeah, trans and I be disobeyed me. And me say Nigeria for passing the same law here again. They are passing the no there. We bet them 14 years. But Nigeria can no much minchi obi anti. The issue is also that the law will just be passed by a white elephant because the law cannot go to anybody's bedroom. Lady be sending message no can Ghana for no money member and money and assets. And people are doing all these things. When you come under the law, but nobody's screaming about that. Most of them na mubu money be too boom. A man also say baby I don't benya throat cancer because near me Roman no. Attend the wrong baby. We have serious issue. We have to do a big conversation. By the end of the day, all those things no into your bills and life in food, shelter. And the lady be sending message, Sarah. She kept saying it. Yeah, focus on creating jobs, not what people are doing in their bedrooms. Franco used to say, if you are issue now, so what is the essence of us having an agric ministry? State, any house, any idea, what is the essence if they cannot focus on the needful a year and then they bet me about mama for me? Francis said, you said they should come and tell UAE for some more accepting LGBT. UAE will be able to source assemblies because the Jacinta Abe, we need our own international flights to Ghana. They should focus on that one. Delta is too expensive. You have a point. The money airlines need make you Ghana no. And easy. And you go Ghana Airways. The same Ghana for ya brony be ye can Ghana for. Man Ghana Airways they will collapse it. They will collapse when you Ghana ni never come obi ticket don't you? Because of person they get obedient to come the free ticket one na koda. Abrono me Ghana for na atopa de. Minim the atopa ye ko video. We will sell our best right for atopa Ghana. Abdullah Yunus was even did a good job in Numeri. And please tell that NDC man that if he's in America, people are paying $2,000 a month for rent. Okay, can America crown. Now maybe what I say Canada or school new 2,800, but you see, minimum wage now Canada near high in Ghana. They can make enough and pay that bill. That's also the context now. Say they can. Once he say if Nanado signs the bill, Ghanaians will fillet him. If he doesn't sign it, I'm sorry, I think you want to say they will fight him. If he doesn't sign it to the Western people will fight him. A choice. Say the Gabi, and a Prince Lawe David or sister if you are Ghana and Kasano, Ghana's problem transcend LGBTQ plus. Ghana problem yeah LGBT. Ghana problem yeah issue. Anita Idris to say we should think beyond books and your books are same. Yempe solution be boy. Franco also say what about gold? Any gold for oil? No, and the to me why and then finance ministry for chinchine amokase. Ye koye LGBT no ye sika no emma. And some of I amankra was say I'm very sad this evening. LGBT I say I'm very sad this evening. Godfred I don't know say Mother Ghana. Hey, where are we going, Mother Ghana? Where are we going? I mean, I'm joining but in the meantime, say now a CDD report on my carton with Yakopoy Adama a year another time. Well, I'm gonna say key fact CDD research to be on where 77%. Let me show it to you so that you know. Yes, I need CDD say 77% of Ghana for statistics the media show. I'm gonna say
77% of Ghanaians say the level of corruption in the country has increased over the last year. Where they had another, and also 77% of Ghanaians say corruption has increased over the last year. This is what Ghanaians are saying. Now, maybe projecting a year, 77% of Ghanaians, this is what they are saying. 87% of citizens think Ghana is heading in the wrong direction. 87%. 74% of Ghanaians disapprove of the country's new electronic transaction, e-levy. Ghana for 74%. They don't like it. And the say I see IMF ne World Bank for the dia. Na ye koya SMP e-levy no. Sika never go for. The alternative will be the anti-corruption, like Nkofo can. 77% of Ghanaians won't pay corruption. Now corruption is increasing and another over the last year. CDD.